addicted to success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 96.
Yeah.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the Pod Gods. And with me, I had the best man in all of podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B. Hill.
Fuck is up. Yeah, I know the rules.
Hey.
Move. I don't know. I was trying to make some rap. What was that
you was
shit?
going to be on your sway shit?
The rules. I don't know. What up, though? Hope everybody doing all right.
Oh, man. What's up? What's up with you, man? What's good with you? How have you been since we last chatted?
Same old same, you know. Holding it in the road. You know what I mean?
Have you been indulging today?
Oh, yeah, I'm stoned.
Yeah, you was moving a little slow. That's why I was like, oh, this nigga is a little bit breezy right now.
Mm-hmm. I get stoned. That's what I do. I'm in stoned fucking like 5 days straight. Well, I ain't get stoned yesterday. I was tired as hell. But I had a wild weekend, so it was...
What you do?
I went to Charlotte. Shout out to my homegirl, Chan. It's her birthday today. One of my best friends.
Happy birthday, Chan.
It was 7 of us. 6 of us. 6 of us that went to Charlotte. It was a road trip. That shit was fun. We just went to Charlotte. Like, we left on Saturday, came back, went to the game and shit. We went to Charlotte Saturday night, got a room, shit, just kicked it. It was dope because it was like 6 niggas and 6 people, like 2 females and like 4 niggas and shit in the room. And we just was thugging it out, having a good time. We ain't give a fuck where we slept and shit like that.
In one room?
Hell yeah. Fuck it. We ain't give a shit.
I'm too damn old for that. That is crazy.
Clearly, everybody could have afforded the rooms.
I ain't talking about afforded. I'm talking about comfortability. I need to be comfortable.
2 beds. It was a pull-out. And my homegirl, Chan, she brought a damn fucking blow-up mattress. We was lit. That shit was fun. It was like a fucking sleepover.
It was definitely a sleepover. That's definitely some college. That's some throwback right there.
Yeah, that shit was dope. So we did that. Went to the strip club. Had a good time in the strip club. And went to Midnight Diner, had some good ass food. It was just like, it'd be dope when you be with your friends, because it's so like, especially when you got friends for fucking 20 plus years, it'd be so many inside jokes and shit and just like random shit that be happening. And it was just like a dope mix up of fucking people. So we had a good ass time. Good time.
Do the 6 of you guys hang out often?
All the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just ain't been out, like we ain't been out of town in a minute, like collectively. So, every time we go out of town, there's some wild shit that happens every fucking time. This time was like no other. Yeah, it's like, this time was no different. Shout out to my niggas, man.
It was Falcons, right? Falcons and the Panthers?
Was that? Fuck the game. Okay. The game was the least exciting part of
it. Yeah, y'all lost, right?
Yeah, we got fucking asses whooped. And we had like crazy seats. Like cause my homegirl Chan, again, shout out, happy birthday to her. But her and my homegirl Carmen, they had never been to a professional game and shit. So, like we got there, shit was dope. They was all excited and shit, you know what I'm saying? And we had crazy seats. Like I got really, really good seats, like on the lower level, like damn near to them, right at the end zone. So they were extremely spoiled, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you could trip a referee.
Yeah, so we had a good time outside of the fact that they did not fucking even score and turned the ball over a million fucking times. And that was a rivalry game and a conference game. So that shit hit a little different. But otherwise, it was dope. We had a good time.
Yeah. The Saints and Falcons and Panthers and Falcons, who, you know, I hear the Falcons fans absolutely hate. So
feelings mutual.
Was cool. Glad y'all had a good time, man.
Yeah,
I know it ain't, you know, just being out with your friends and just
that shit is
going with the flow.
Yeah, like we were just super fucking high. Everybody was like drinking. We ate good. You know what I mean? Like everybody was just like, we old as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like we went to the club. The strip club was wild because like shout out to fucking Onyx. So Onyx is always a mainstay when I go to Charlotte. Every time I gotta go to Onyx at least one. Like if I'm there the weekend, I'm going to Onyx one time. but it was unusually a million fucking beautiful fucking women in there. So then, like, I'm talking about, like, this shit was fucking retarded. Like, to the point, like, my homegirl, one of my, Chan gay, but my other homegirl, she ain't gay. She just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? So she was just like, yo, it is some, like, amazingly beautiful women in here today. I was like, word, like, this shit was overwhelming. Like, I ain't know who to give my money to, so I ain't really get nobody nothing. But,
I ain't know who to give it to, so I ain't get nobody nothing. That's a good method right there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I got like 41s, and then I got gangbang by these two, like, regular, like, it won't no ugly bitches in there, but it was like extremely bad bitches, and then it was just like the
mediocre
bitches,
as
you know
fuck.
what I'm saying? So yeah, so like these two of them tag team me and shit, and like, you know, it was okay. It was kind of sexy. One of them, like, she ain't had a fat ass, but she smelled good, and the other one had a fat ass, but like her eyelashes were super long. Ladies, just for a fun fact, I don't know if I said this on this podcast. I've said it. Niggas don't give a fuck about no fucking eyelashes, just for the record.
I saw a meme that a motherfucker said, you ain't never heard a nigga say, look at the lashes on that
like,
motherfucker.
Niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. You look stupid. So, so they, like, you know, did they 1-2 and like did the whole fake eat pussy shit and all that shit. I was like, all right, here's $13. You know what I'm saying? Like,
cause you definitely said you had 40. You like, all I have is 40. 13,
you know what I'm saying? Like, here's a little whatever. And then, you know, they did whatever for it and dipped. And then, like,
they did whatever for it.
They hit me, like, came back around like 30, 40 minutes. I was like, nah, gone now. I told him, you know, girl, I was like, get the fuck on. I was like, no, you've already come around. Yeah. You've already come over here. All right? You came over here already. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Go home.
And then it got like 3:30 and I was like, I'm ready to go. Cause these bitches still, like, that's when they trying to damn find all the money they can. I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here. So, but outside of that, it was a fucking blast. Like I said, it was so many women out. Like, it was just crazy, like, how many beautiful women it was. And then it had me thinking, like, how did they get here? Like, what?
I'll tell you how they got there.
Like, what is it?
Benjamin's American currency.
Nah,
got them there.
Mentally, how did they get there? Cause it's something that makes you have to be like, it's something in your brain that makes you want to, like, be naked in front of strangers. Cause, like, I was looking at it cause, like, it was like a bunch of creep ass niggas. It was, you know, it was regular niggas in there and shit. But then it was like a bunch of old creepy motherfuckers. Like, one motherfucker, he had like a Nautica damn, like, pullover and shit, and the goddamn, like, a Kango and glasses. He just looked mad creepy. So I seen him talking to, like, one girl, she was probably like 6'3", 6'4", bitch was huge. Bad though. But he was like, he trying to kiss the bitch all in the mouth. She done, like, mushed the nigga. Like, her hand big as fuck. Jesus. So, like, she done mushed the nigga, like, whole shit and shit. And then, like, he like, what? And he just, I don't know, he was just super fucking creepy. I'm like, yo, you got to be a wild bitch to have to deal with some, like, I couldn't deal with that shit. Like, just the, you know what I mean? Popping my ass and shit all that. Like, that shit just seemed like a lot. So shout out to the strippers. Y'all motherfuckers are, an interesting breed of person. And,
you know, some people don't think of, you know, some people have a freedom about them where they don't give a fuck about being naked. Like, it's just
it ain't even, I ain't even talking about the naked part.
They don't even really give a fuck.
Just the dancing for dollars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, like, you know, I don't know. It's just,
no, it is
a special
wild
mentality that you gotta have, I guess, that doesn't register in my brain, I guess. I mean, obviously I'm not a woman. But it's just, I don't know, like, just cause it's just like, I seen another nigga, like, bitch was going to work on a lap dance. This nigga gave her like $4. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, it's the degradation, I guess, that comes along with it. I feel like, but I mean, obviously then you can also find a nigga, it was another nigga that had like fucking 5,000, like 500 ones, and he spent them all on the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right at that one same sitting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess it's luck, but she was also fine. But it was just, I don't know. It was just.
But you can also be in a city like Atlanta where a nigga just throw 10,000 at one time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think that at the end of the day, I feel like we all do things we don't want to do for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to work and do shit we don't want to do. We act the way we don't want to act. We act ways that are unnatural. We let things that are degrading or, you know, go for the sake of $1. It's just how you choose to pursue that dollar that,
I mean, I guess it's just the different levels of degradation, I guess. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could deal with, I mean, I guess it's all relative, I suppose, in that term. But I don't know. It's just, that shit was crazy. Like, I mean, and I appreciate strippers because they have more guts than most people. You know what I'm saying? Especially bad ones. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, You could really, like, I'm talking about, it was like a whole fucking fleet of guys. These bitches was power forwards. These bitches was all like 6 feet, thick as hell, big titties, big butt, beautiful. I'm like, I mean, I understand why you could do it, because it'd be plenty of niggas that was like, you know, give their last to you, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just wonder how they got there. Like, was it some daddy issues, some deep-seated daddy issues, mommy issues? Like, was it some type of molestation? Like, what happened?
Why does something negative have to happen?
That's you. I mean, usually they're sex workers. So, like, usually
they're not sex workers.
Yes, they are. They're butt naked and they're dancing and seducing men. That's
well,
sex.
you know, there are people out here doing the same thing for the free. Like, I think of it as more of an empowerment thing and I think of it as more of an empowerment and a freedom thing. Like, I have these assets and I'm going to use it on your dumb ass to get your money in an hour. I'm going to make in an hour what it takes some motherfuckers weeks to make. You know what I'm saying?
I understand the pillowcase and all that shit that comes along with fucking stripping.
But I don't think nothing negative necessarily had to happen, because just living in, well, I know strippers in Atlanta and they just fucking hustlers. Like, they are fucking beautiful women, and half of these chicks that these rappers are dating are former strippers. Half of these rappers out here are former strippers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just another way to make a buck, because this bitch is out here fucking for the free. Broke niggas ain't getting shit from it. Is motherfuckers out here sending videos to niggas that ain't gonna give them a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can just say, okay, what happened to all women or majority of women, while you would let certain things fly, or why would you do certain things? I actually think that the strippers are the smarter of the bunches, because they actually getting the bread. Like, if I had that type of confidence, I would definitely fucking strip. Now, what I couldn't do is like the personal lap dances and shit. But I feel like it wouldn't be nothing if you had the body and shit to get on stage and fucking dance. Like, but I couldn't be on no creepy ass niggas though. But like, I think a lot of people don't think about like being a woman, any woman, I don't care what you look like,
but
whatever.
You're gonna get like motherfuckers is gonna come to you with sex. Like, everybody, like, when you in a strip club, niggas be asking like how much for the pussy type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You could
like,
be in the club and niggas will ask you how much for the pussy. 100%, my nigga. It's way more fucking not accessible, but just, you know, customary, I guess, in a strip club. Like, cause it's mad strip clubs that you can go in the back and fuck versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, going to a regular club. I mean, you could like, it's mad clubs where you can go and just fuck. Like, I think that because of what you're selling, because of you're selling sex,
you're a sex worker.
People feel more inclined to maybe come at you sideways.
Because they horny.
But you can ask but men are creepy. Men are driven by sex. All of these, all this human traffic and shit like that that's going on is because of the male's need for sex and how sex dominates men. Like, they not kidnapping men to sell them to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, so men gonna be on that like all day, every day. It's just, I feel like I can go up to you at your job as a stripper and say, what that mouth do? And feel like it's more acceptable, but the exact same thing happens to the pretty bitch in the club. And a nigga feel like he got money.
Prostitution like that though. Like,
bro, how you gonna tell me what I've seen and conversations that I've had with women?
I mean, I know niggas
about their encounters.
Definitely. But I'm talking about, like, the odds are 9 times out of 10, you're not necessarily going to be provoked on a daily basis with like sexual exploitation and fucking solicitation and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Are you walking down the street? Are you walking down the street and a man is yelling, "Hey, how much for that?" Maybe not. But are you, if you're fairly decent, and you don't even gotta be fairly decent, like, women have to think about all the time, okay, like, I don't even want to fucking go in this store because there's a bunch of niggas outside and they gonna say something disrespectful and they gonna try their hand and they gonna be like, "Hey baby, what's up? Like, I got money, you trying to fuck?" Like, but like, niggas is disrespectful, bro. Like, I shout out to the strippers, man. Shout out to the strippers. Cause I feel like a lot of, especially men, I don't think they understand like what any woman has to go through like on a just regular basis. Like, I be out here chilling. I don't even present that way. And niggas then came at me mad foul. And I'm just like, nigga, why are you so fucking lame? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know, man. Like, men different and they're very driven by one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting work though. And I feel like in a place like Atlanta, like you saying like something had to happen. Like, I know motherfuckers that's their goal. Like, I'm trying to be a stripper. Like, I'm trying to get enough money so I can get these body parts done, so I can go and make the maximum amount of money in the strip club. In Atlanta, your waitresses look like strippers. Your bartenders look like strippers. And this could be at a regular fucking wing spot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I living in Atlanta has gave me a whole different perspective on the business of, I guess, selling sex. Or sex appeal.
Selling sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sex workers.
But you know, I need to go to Onyx. I can't tell you the last time I've been to Onyx. The last time I think attempted to even go to Onyx was a CIAA like a while back, but you know, that shit be super packed during that time.
And I think like most like Cameo used to pop. So like a lot of, that's why I was wondering, like it was like intimidating with how many like beautiful, it was one little girl, like I ain't gonna say little girl, but one young, she was probably like 25, 26. She looked just like fucking Jada Pinkett. When I say like, I mean like Jada Pinkett with a fat old ass, but a natural fat ass. That shit threw me.
When was that? When you see that?
When did I see what?
When did you see this particular person? How long
Saturday.
ago was it? And Cameo or in Onyx?
Onyx, yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I switched gears.
No, because I know somebody that work at Cameo. That kind of fit that.
Cameo been closed, so.
How long ago? Well, maybe I'm talking about
years.
Onyx.
Should been closed for like at least a year.
Okay.
Maybe more than that.
Okay.
I think that should have been like 2 years because niggas was shooting and shit. Of course.
I know someone who left Atlanta and they were working at Cameo. Cause it's only two spots that I really think of when I think of, Charlotte. And that's
Cameo
Onyx and Cameo.
Yeah, Cameo been closed down.
Oh, well, when she left like 2 years ago, maybe that's where she was working. She don't work there no more. But anyway, she fits that description. So that's why I was like, when you see her, like.
She was like goddamn Jada when she was in, Low Down Dirty Shame and shit. And fucking, with Keenan Ivory Wayans fine. Like she was fucking, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, my homegirl.
You know,
like,
Jada Pinkett don't really do it for me.
That's crazy. She was gorgeous. My homegirl was like, she tapped me, and like I said, she ain't even gay. Shout out to Carmen. She was like, she ain't even gay. And she was like,
for these disclaimers, all women love women's bodies.
Boom, boom, boom. She was like, she was looking at her face. She wasn't even looking at her body. She was like, yo, look how pretty she is. And I was like, damn. She was like, she look like Jada Pinkett. And I was like, shit, she damn sure do. Like that shit was crazy. And then she walked by with a big old turd cut on her. I said, good.
Oh
gracious.
my God. A turd cutter.
Yeah, so she was beautiful.
I can't
Shout out to
even with you,
all the women that were working in Onyx on Saturday.
Hey,
you were,
shout out to all the women who
good.
monetize.
Yeah,
Stop
good.
giving that shit away for free. Make them niggas pay for that shit, bro. Interesting, because I can't wait till we get to this Tory Lanez conversation on that. So let me tell you about the little things that adults get excited about, that old people get excited about. We got an email on Friday saying we can wear jeans for the rest of the year. Do you know how hyped the office was?
That's crazy.
Hey, bro, that's how you know you old. When you get excited about wearing jeans to work. Mm-hmm. Like, oh shit is lit. Cause you know, if you wear jeans, you can wear sneakers. Like, you can dress it down.
We can't wear sneakers until Friday. I hate that shit lame.
Yeah, nah, we have a business dress code until Friday.
We got a business dress code too. It's just, you can wear jeans, but can't wear sneakers or shit like that. Gotta reserve those till Friday. That shit lame.
Yeah, I feel like that shit lame. I feel like if you're not customer facing, then why does it really
like my
matter?
company, if I ever like get a damn big ass company, y'all niggas just come to work. Like, pretty sure you'll be more productive if you ain't facing customers and shit. But I mean, I come from a different type of, world. So my shit is just be presentable. You know what I mean? Don't be looking crazy and shit. But white people dress all different type of ways. Some be fly and some just be wearing all type of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I have a coworker, attorney. I promise she come to work every day dressed like a stripper. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, she's short. So I guess she feel like she gotta wear like super high heels, but she be wearing like the 6-inch heel with the platform.
Yo, I got
like,
a lady at my job. She like a bodybuilder though. You know what I mean?
Shit.
That shit crazy. And then she wear like 6-inch heels and shit. And like her delts and shit be fucking.
Vera DeMilo work at your job.
That shit is crazy. Then she wear like skinny ass jeans and she ain't got no butt. So it's just like mad muscle. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Hey, she gonna put you in the headlock like shit, my nigga.
No, she ain't. She's still a woman. She muscular, but she ain't like, she just like small. She's still small in stature. She just fucking lean as hell.
Oh, like she just cut up.
She like a greyhound.
Hey, that's funny.
A motherfucker hit you hard out the gates. No, but she be doing like the competitions and shit. It's like apparently she pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what she do, it doesn't appeal to me at all. Like that shit is not sexy. Yeah. You like the Anatomy Man. You know what I'm talking about? That they had like all the muscles and shit on the anatomy class. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The Grey's Anatomy thing. Yeah. The structure. I know what you're talking about. Like the shit, the little red with all the tissues and shit and the muscles and shit. That shit. Oh, I got what you're talking about. Yeah. I thought okay. I know what you're talking about now. You know the diagram of the human body. Like, it's all... Never mind, because I don't even know how to describe it to you. But I know you're talking about the science class type. I mean, like biology class type shit. Yeah, with all the delts and the glutes and shit and goddamn hamstrings. Got you. Look up Grey's Anatomy. I ain't trying to rub on my fucking thighs. It's like defined as hell.
Listen, I told somebody the other day, they was like, 2020, like, I gotta get back on my fitness shit. I'm like, and they pretty fit now. And I was just like, well... What you gonna do exactly? Like, cause I used to have arms like Angela Bassett and Jada Pinkett and all of these like cut up ass women. I'm like, nah. Don't nobody want to lay next to nothing hard, my nigga.
You can be in shape and shit and like, but nigga, nigga.
Motherfuckers, like, I don't like my thighs. I'm just like, but you supposed to have thighs, like. What you trying to get rid of everything? Because when I tell you, like, if I showed you like a picture, like they're fit, like they're already fit. Mm-hmm. So they was like, well, what you think about like Tiana Taylor? Like, is she too fit? I said, I don't know. Tiana Taylor is a little bit different because I feel like Tiana Taylor has a boob job. And like,
she always had them titties though.
Nah, joints wasn't like that. She's definitely had a boob job. And as cut as she is, there is no way.
Video, her titties was mad like perky and like how they was.
She was 16.
I mean, I was 16. I wasn't too far from it. I was 19.
You were not 16.
In my mind, I was. I'm just saying, but like you can tell, like she had the titties out.
But she definitely, listen, Tiana Taylor is super fit, but
I think that shit natural though.
I doubt it. Nah, not her titties. Not at all. Ain't no way you gonna have titties like that and be that cut. She had to get her boobs done.
I'm sure
I'm willing to bet the farm she had them boobs done. I mean, which is fine. I don't have no problems with that. Like, you can get whatever you want done as long as the shit look good. Now, when the shit started looking crazy, because it was definitely... So I went to Bonfire ATL on Sunday, and it's basically like this big ass bonfire in like the middle of the city and shit. And
they got one of those coming up here, but it's in the country though.
Oh yeah, nah, this shit like right off Northside Drive, like right down the street from the damn stadium and shit, like bonfire, middle of the city and shit. Which was it was a good time. It gave you like underground type vibes. They had like music. Like Underground Railroad. No, not at all. Like you kind of got to know about it type shit.
That's Underground Railroad, nigga.
No railroad. Underground, no railroad.
Porch light, let you know. The candle in the window. Nigga, that's the safe house, nigga.
You dumb as shit. Bonfire ATL. So it was this chick that came through, and when I tell you that bitch had like muscles.
Her name was Harriet.
Her name was not Harriet. She was a singer. She performed. I wanted to Harriet Tubman have muscles.
Hell yeah, that bitch had muscles. He was running from.
What we will not do is call Harriet Tubman a bitch.
I know.
Judge Joe Brown. We will not.
We've called several that shouldn't be called a bitch, but No.
But I feel like Harriet Tubman gotta be protected.
I don't know.
We can't be calling Harriet Tubman a bitch, bro.
I mean, shit, she was strong. Yeah. Motherfucker, you can't run from here to Maryland in 4 days and not be pretty
in 4
fucking
days.
shapely in terms of muscle mass. That motherfucker was running back and forth to Maryland like that shit was goddamn to the stove.
So her delts was killing too, huh?
Fucking, you talking about some quads. That motherfucker probably goddamn squat a damn house. She probably, and she had to lift niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Oh my God.
Had to climb through water, rivers and shit. You talking about, that motherfucker was tough.
Triathlon.
You talking about, that motherfucker been doing
fit.
tough mutters. You talking about niggas, they stole everything from us, man. I'm
Tough
telling you.
mutters.
We've been doing tough
dumb
mutters.
as shit. Yo,
Black
you
people
dumb
been
as
doing,
shit.
We've been doing tough mutters. Nigga, y'all niggas run for freedom. Run for your freedom. Nigga, that's a
Tell
tough
people
mutter.
what
That's
tough mutters are.
That's
For
a 5K.
those who don't know what tough mutters
mutter,
are.
that's the shit, the little obstacle course that all the white people be doing when they jump in the mud and shit and climb the
Climbing
ladders
walls
and
and yeah,
nigga,
all that shit.
nigga, bring some dogs out. We had basset hounds after us and goddamn had to get in. That's where the water came from. We jumped into shit so they could throw off the scent. And then we out. You know what I'm saying? Then we meet a nigga on the other side and it's freedom. Let it
Just
rain.
like that. Why didn't you produce the movie? Directed by B. Hill.
It was it. It was
Shit
a 30
lasts 5
second
minutes.
It was I could do an Instagram. Clip of slavery and how to get free.
Listen, have you ever watched Drunk History?
Yeah. You know
So,
what I mean?
like, I want to do, like, some YouTube shit. I want to do, like, a YouTube series that's just, like, drunk. All the shit I want to do always have people drunk. But I want to do, like, some drunk history shit, but, like, some, not necessarily history, but, like, not textbook history, but, like, some other type of history and get motherfuckers drunk and tell the story, because I feel like that's exactly how you would have described some shit.
Like, boom.
Boom. So this what happened. She
Yeah.
ran from here to Maryland, went went through the water and jumped on a basset hound and ta-da, freedom.
Had to carry a nigga. Carry a couple niggas here and there, pull the pistol out. You know what I mean? Boom.
Pull
Free.
the pistol
There you
out.
go, papers. Right there.
Oh
So
my
you got
God. I don't even know where I was going with my bonfire ATO story.
Oh, yeah, that's how we even got there.
Yeah.
Told you
That
her name was
tangent threw
Harriet,
me
man.
all the way off. I don't even know. Hit Envy and Caesar's real estate seminar. What your wife say about that?
She enjoyed it. She said most of it she had already heard on the podcast and shit, but she was, she enjoyed what she heard. She got a couple little plugs, but she pretty much knew majority of, everything that they talked about because she kind of heard it already, but hers was dope though.
Yeah, so I don't know. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was 4 hours. I feel like it should have been 8. Mm-hmm. They had a lot of information and they was really like cramming that shit in. You know what I'm saying? Like they were really like cramming it in. Like I've been to a couple other real estate seminars. Fuck Dan Mural, but I also went to, Damon John, seminar. His joint was like 6 hours or something like that. And it was good information. Like I said, it wasn't anything like new or groundbreaking, but I feel like they stuffed in a lot. I didn't feel like the venue was set up properly because if you were past like row 15 or 20, like it was hard to see like the screen and shit. And they was zooming through the shit. Like I've been to, it's Georgia World Congress Center or whatever. And they got a bunch of different setups, a bunch of different rooms and all that shit. But I feel like they should have picked a different room or a different setup because the room was like narrow. So it was long as a bitch. And they only had one screen.
Oh, yeah.
So
they went cheap.
Yeah, they went cheap. So you really couldn't see. You couldn't see a lot. They squeezed it. So it was like informational and motivational, right? And I feel like the motivational shit was really good because you kind of got to see a lot of like black people doing it or whatever, right. And whatever they specific things are. And then, you had Caesar and Envy talking about, cause, Envy said he only been doing this for like a year and a half and, XYZ. So like the motivational shit was super good. I would redo the like agenda. Like it's great to hear how great Caesar, It was great to hear how
You should
Caesar
hit him
and
though.
Envy.
You should DM me Envy. Be like, yo, I can
Yeah.
bring some fucking my expertise to your fucking presentations.
Yeah, like they
Word.
just needed to set it up better because people
You should hit
paid
'em.
for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a free zone. It was paid for, which
Right.
is fine. But, you know, if you only given like, damn 2 hours of informational stuff, but you got like 6-7 people trying to tell you real quick, this is what you do with your credit. Boom, 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 boom. This is how you get this place. They had a good layout. I like the way that they did it. They just didn't put enough time in it. It was dope to see they made bread, bruh. Cause it was, if I had to guess, it was at least 2,500 people in there.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's dope.
It was at least 2,500 people in there. I would say easy 3,000, but it was 2,500 people in there. It was a lot of couples in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's some tweaks that they can definitely do to make it like super fucking dope. As soon as I walked in, the first person I'm face to face with is Envy. And he was like, what's up? I was like, hey, what's up? You know, whatever. But I'm looking like, I thought Envy was tall. Envy is not tall.
I don't know why you thought that.
So that means Charlamagne is super short.
Charlamagne 5'6". He like your height.
Damn it, man. Charlamagne gotta be short because Envy
like
5'9". Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Envy like 5'9". And I guess because he always standing next to Yee and Charlamagne, he looked taller. But that nigga is not tall at all. Super cool though. Shout out to Caesar because I can see he losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
For real. He was talking about how cheap he is, and you know he always be wearing like polo and shit. He was like, I don't buy nothing for retail. I waited for the sale. Like, you know, just based on what these niggas saying, like they got bread. Neither him, Caesar or his wife don't look like they have money at all. But based on, you know, the way Envy was clowning him and shit like that, I'm assuming like he kind of one of them niggas that like, I like to just have bread. I don't like to spend bread. Right. So I just want to have a vault of money like fucking Uncle Scrooge and swim in the money pit and shit. In my 3 seasons ago, you know, polo sport shit, cause that's how I roll. I ain't even mad at it. But, you know, I feel like if you don't know a lot about real estate, I didn't really learn a lot because I think kind of like your wife said, like it was shit that would like, if you know a little bit, you probably know that much. So it was really for like the beginner, but it was definitely motivational. So I definitely give them props for that.
With a hard money lender, so that was dope.
Yeah. Yep. And they were all black. I think that was the other dope thing. Like everybody on the panel was a black or brown person, you know, versus other joints that I went to, you know. So shout out to that. You know, Chick-Fil-A has been delivered.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Shout out to them.
Chick-Fil-A released
giving money
a statement.
To anti, that's fucking ridiculous though. Goddamn. Like,
yeah.
Like you may not support it, but you ain't gotta like back it financially. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit is like that's like a hate group. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what
like
I mean? Like
100%.
if you're supporting, I don't know. That's just like I couldn't, like, I may not support abortion, but I ain't even finna give money to, like, stop abortion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I don't know. It just seems extreme to me. Like, like, I'm not giving anything that much energy that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing I guess.
Hence how your current president,
like racism,
was elected.
some shit, like some moral shit. But that, I mean, like, that shit ain't got nothing, you know what I mean? Like, hating somebody just because of what they like to do, that shit is lame. You know what I mean? Like
hating anybody for anything that has nothing to do with you is lame.
Yeah, that shit lame.
Like the color of their skin, like, fucking where they from, like sexual orientation, gender, like whatever. Like
you ain't gotta agree or even like it. You know what I'm saying? But like
just mind your fucking business.
Yeah, like
so
what
you ain't gotta have a dinner and shit.
Anti-gay shit. Like what is you know what I'm saying? Like what like
you know, like, Chick-Fil-A tried to hide themselves.
Clinics and shit, and like for real, like what are you fucking trying to
deprogramming camps?
Yeah, like what do you? I mean, like what is that? What is that? What kind of companies are out there, and what are their like sole purposes to combat? To you know what I mean? Homosexuality. Like what? I don't know. I think
it goes back to individuals, right? And individuals who hate, also have money and own companies.
Yeah, I get that, but like when it says like will stop contributing to anti-gay
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like companies, like, so that in my mind, when I hear that, like I hear like, you know, like the NAACP, but like to hate, you know what I mean? For hating.
You're donating to the KKK. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that shit is like, it's like, that shit is essentially like terror. Like, I don't know. Who
100%.
runs that company?
Or
what type of company is
Kathy Truitt or whatever his name is. Dan Kathy.
So what kind of company is that though? Like, like what is your business?
It's a hateful ass company that hides behind the Bible and religion, like a lot of religious fanatics out here.
But like, I don't know. Like, are there companies? I guess like something like along the lines of fucking the KKK or something, like, you know, hate groups, like. Cause they make their business, like, and even with the KKK, like, how do y'all get money outside of like funding and shit? But like, y'all don't do shit. Like, all y'all do is
terrorize people,
hate on the back end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Shit is weird.
Yeah. This company is fucked up. Yeah. Do you think it's a bottom line thing or a change of heart thing?
Definitely bottom line.
For sure, bottom line.
Cause niggas, they want to get it. They realize, oh shit, we can't get no chicken and Chick-fil-A fucking in England. So, like, oh, okay, that's what happened.
Like, so, let's get this bag and this Popeye's chicken sandwich coming.
Yeah, they closed the Chick-fil-A in England down within a week or some shit because niggas won't fucking with that shit because they protested. And then like, oh, okay, well maybe we need to dial this back at least and put out a fucking statement that we're not, even though we still probably are.
Listen, when it comes to you selling a product and getting this bag, like, I don't give a fuck. Everybody money green. Everybody come on. Come to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for you to, you gotta hate motherfuckers to be like, yeah, so I don't fuck with y'all like that. I'm gonna let y'all know I don't fuck with y'all like that. But I have so much confidence in this chicken, which is exactly what happened, that we all eat the shit anyway. But I think the thing about Chick-fil-A is so confusing because no matter who you are, when you go inside the Chick-fil-A or when you go to Chick-fil-A, they treat you like you queen of the day, regardless of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like some other companies may be more, I mean, like the NFL, that basically be like, fuck you. Like, I don't give a fuck about what you saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. You gonna do this anyway. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm interested to see how far Chick-fil-A goes with this. If it's just this and this is what we're doing, or if they're going to actually try to now exploit, the gay LGBT alphabet community. Like, are we gonna get some like rainbow fries? Yeah. Like, you know when companies just go too far to show they down and shit?
They're gonna put all the sauces together. Just have all the fucking sauces right on the counter. Like, oh look, we're so fucking rainbow friendly. Just have them all, like, all the yellow shit. Polynesian sauce is amazing. I don't think I'll ever leave Chick-fil-A. I can't not fuck with Chick-fil-A on the strength of the Polynesian sauce. It's a beautiful thing.
Listen.
But now Sam's been selling the chicken sandwiches and the fries and shit. So that shit tastes just like it.
Word? So, At Sam's Club?
You're fucking right. The bread that they got on the chicken sandwich trash. So, but you gotta get your own bread with, like, get you a nice little brioche bun. Like, you know what I mean? I get like fresh bread and shit when I go to grocery store.
I thought these was just the patties and you fry them yourself. It's a microwave shit?
Yeah, I mean, you could put them in the air fryer. You know what I'm saying? So
but they's made for the microwave, I guess. Or was it made for? You said it already come with the bun.
Yeah, it come
That's
with
why
the bun. So yeah, I guess it would be microwave or whatever, but I just take that shit out and put that shit in the air fryer. Tastes like Chick-fil-A. And they got the fries and shit. Fire.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Fuck Chick-fil-A.
You have so many
I got a free chicken sandwich that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna get that bitch.
You got conflicting feelings about Chick-fil-A right now.
Yeah.
Fuck them with their dope ass food.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
Right. I had Chick-fil-A today.
Yeah.
Hey, like, Chick-fil-A stay giving out some free shit.
Give you surveys and shit. Like give a survey. We'll give you a free chicken sandwich. Like,
listen, y'all want some free shit? Download that app. Cause shit be popping up on my shit all the time.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, they be having free sandwiches, free nuggets, free breakfast, all the time.
Like, use your app and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like, them niggas give you mad free shit too. You know what I'm saying? They don't charge you for extra sauces.
I walked in Chick-fil-A. I told them that I needed 8 packets of the shit that come with that one of their salads, and it come with like a packet with like these nuts and like granola and shit. Like I was gonna make my own salad, but I needed the packet, right? But I was going in there, I was gonna pay for the shit. So I went up, I was like, hey, can I get, I want to get some packets for the salad. I ain't buy nothing. And she was just like, how many you need? I was like 7 or 8. She put the shits in the bag. She was like, anything else? I was like, oh, I ain't got to pay for it. She was like, no. I was like, I bet, appreciate it. I didn't buy not one thing in that junk. I was like, I fuck with Chick-fil-A.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A, baby.
When the slave master make you feel comfortable in his home.
Use me.
Hey, he's terrible. Hey, Brown and Proud. I want to give a Brown and Proud shout out to the Shonda Duckett. She is the CEO of Chase Consumer Baking, and Chase is a division of JP Morgan Chase. She has joined as an executive appointed to Nike's board of directors. She is the first African-American female executive to serve on Nike's board. About time, Nike.
That's dope.
That's super dope. That's super dope. And I love when our black elites have very black names. Oh, yeah. Like the Shonda, like Keisha Lance Bottoms, who is one of my favorite ghetto name high performing individuals. Shout out to the Shonda, man. Nike, this is a long time coming. I feel like I should be on the board as much as I done spent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like B should be on the board.
I just want some stock. Just give me like some high stock options or some shit.
That probably come with being on the board and shit. I need the board. I need everything. I need the stock. I need the board. I just need all free
sneakers. I'm cool. You ain't even gotta pay me. just give me mad releases. That's it.
Mad releases. Brother, you need to get this money. No, give me the money. I'll buy my own fucking releases. Give me the shoes. Give me the fucking bread.
Shoes and I'm going to StockX, nigga. I'm in my own guy, nigga. That's my man bought some, he bought them.
So wait, instead of getting the money, you rather get the shoes and then sell them.
Yeah, cause I might want to keep them. You know what I mean?
Why not cut out the middleman?
Cause I want to, let me do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to go to work. If I'm on the board, that means I'm going to have to go to meetings and shit. I just want the money. Just send me releases. Like, nigga. Like my man, he bought some, Travis Scott sixes, the green shits.
Yes.
Sold the bitches on StockX for $780.
Yeah, shout out to y'all dumbasses buying them shits. And shout out to your boy for getting that much money for them joints, man.
StockX. He done sold mad shit, yo. Like that shit is crazy. And they was a size 13. He was like, if I could have got a 10, them shits would have went for like 12. He got them off the app, just regular price, retail price.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But it takes certain individuals because the resale game ain't what it used to be. So you gotta have like a Travis Scott or something.
Oh yeah,
it's
gotta be certain
super
ones.
exclusive.
But he done sold like shit. I mean, he done sold shit though. Like he done sold mad shit. But see, I'm such a sneakerhead that once I get it, I'm not selling it. Like if I got them Travis Scotts, I'm keeping them bitches. I'm not selling them shit. I mean, maybe if motherfucker came through with 700, I would entertain it. But then I
would 100% gift wrap them hoes and gave it to them.
I'd be mad though, because then I'd be like, damn, I want them bitches.
Nah, but I don't really. I like. I just don't like that pocket on the side because I really like the yellow joints. You know, the yellow version of them joints that's coming out.
Yeah, they hard, but they ain't fucking them greens though.
Nah, I fuck. Yellow my favorite color, so I fuck with them joints. So I can't do that change purse on the side, bro. Like
that shit crazy.
I think that shit fuck the whole shoe up. You can put a
crazy.
Little coin or a little mint on the side of your shoe.
Captain Jack 4s was hard too. Like not for nothing. He got some shit though. Like them fucking Air Force One shits was horrible, but them other shits, like pretty much all like them, the Jordan ones with the reverse check, not really my favorite.
I think he's shooting 50-50 for me. He's shooting 50-50 for me.
I say like he only got 2 bad shoes. He got 4 fire ones for me.
Yeah. I definitely like them purple Cactus Jack joints.
Fuck yeah. And the regular shits, like the fucking Houston Oilers colors. Them shits was fire. I almost had them shits. I just didn't. I said, nah, I'm good because I ain't feel like spending $250 on those sneakers.
Bro, I don't even be trying no more.
Yeah.
Like I don't even try when it comes to like a shoe like that. I don't even try. Like I don't even want to get myself frustrated.
Shit's
with
hard.
No shit like that. When I was at Bonfire ATL, you know, you just people watching the shit. Nothing burns me up more than seeing a nigga in some fake ass shoes. I hate it.
Oh yeah.
I hate it.
Now when so much shit on sale, some fucking New Balance on sale right now for $40. You definitely probably pay $40 for the fake ass shoe.
There is no reason for you to have a fake version of a shoe that costs $150.
Fake ass shoes with them fake ass clothes.
I hate that shit, bro. Like, if you gonna get some fake shoes, and I don't even really believe in this, but if you gonna get some fake ass shoes, let them be some fucking $1,500 designer shit. Something. If you can't afford a $150 shoe, then you need to reprioritize.
You need to get Instagram and follow sneaker deal.
And sneaker shouts too. Follow both of them.
Kicks deals, all that shit, nigga.
Nah, fuck that. Don't listen to me and B, because that's why my ass done bought like 5 pair of shoes in the past 2.5 weeks.
Hey.
On sneaker deals and sneaker shouts and shit like that, man. Bruh. And I'm waiting for some Timbs to get to me, because I have been wanting some black Timbs forever, and them shits was half price. I was like, I got to.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy because like all of like the interesting and the oddities and all of that, I get those real quick. But like some mainstay shit, I keep putting the shit on the back burner like, oh, I need some high all white forces. I'm gonna get some. I need some new Timbs. I'm gonna get some. Because then something else pop up and I'm getting some other lavish shit. Shout out to the sneakerheads. Y'all know I struggle. And shout out to mainly the females who think Jordan is one shoe. Are those Jordans? They're all Jordans, right? No, they're not the same thing. The ones who buy the Team Jordans and the fucking Air Jordans, they're different, and Jordans have all different types of numbers. And no shout out to the females who say gym shoes. They're just gym shoes. Get the fuck out of here. They're not gym shoes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I have one pair of shoes that I wear to the gym, and them shits is beat. And I probably got a closet of fucking 400 pairs of shoes.
I got mad gym shoes though. I got mad Prestos. I be wearing mad Prestos and shit. Prestos is the best shit ever.
Hey, I got these pair of Adidas that I got a while ago. I probably been rocking them joints for like 2.5 years, and I wear them joints every day to the gym. Anytime I go to the gym, I wear them shit. You ready to get into some little shit, my guy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Little Shit is our pop culture segment where we talk about all the fuck shit you see on your timeline. Mr. B Hill has already told us that he is off of the Joanna.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a name, sir?
Stone.
Welcome to the Stone Roads. You were supposed to follow up.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know where you went with
you too, Stone.
Got weird.
We're not in sync today without singing. Man,
nope,
damn it, man.
Get your shit together.
I need to get my shit together. That's how niggas do you, bro. Well, I have
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Tony. What was that from fucking Temptations with David Ruffin? What was the nigga name? Ain't nobody coming to see you. What was that nigga? What was
Bird and the Midnight Falcons.
No, nigga, I'm talking about the Temptations. You talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about 5 Heartbeats.
Take your black card. This nigga nuts.
No, I ain't no take my black card. Shit, all them groups was the same, man, at a certain point in time.
No, the fuck they weren't. Oh, Temptations is one of the greatest groups of all time.
But and the 5 Heartbeats was a better movie. Right, but it was a better movie.
That's true.
All right, then. Don't ever come for me.
But you just said that, like, they were all the same, and one wasn't even a real group.
I'm saying as far as cinematically, they were all the same.
Nigga pulled out a cinematic card. Okay. All right. What you got on little shit?
I have some Sour Patch edibles.
Oh, you high?
I'm not yet. I just started when I started recording because I ain't wanting to hit too early and then I'll be slow and shit.
Well, it's about that time.
Right. So
these
I have
edibles
those.
Ain't shit.
Right. Cause I was like, how many of these I gotta take? She was like, well, I smoke all the time, so I take 4. She was like, you might only have to take 2 or 3. So this is my 4th one right here. So we'll see.
Nigga calling in tomorrow.
Hey, nah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm gonna wake the fuck up. And I have a clear day tomorrow. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't have not one meeting on my calendar. Look at God. Again, adulting. Shit you get excited about. Wearing jeans and not having no meetings and shit. But yeah, let's get into it. And I feel like, some people have been taking L's this week. So let's get these L's up out of here. First on the docket is my man, Mr. Colin Kaepernick. So this weekend, Colin Kaepernick was supposed to have a workout in Atlanta where all 32 teams of the NFL, could watch him and see that he's ready to be put in a game, coach. It was at the Falcons practice facility and 25 teams showed up. When the NFL said that he could not, they were not recording for the public and something dealing with the liability waiver that I couldn't quite understand. So I'm going to ask you about that. Colin called the audible and changed the location to a high school that was 60 miles away from the original place where all of the NFL teams showed up, where he live streamed the workout
Not
for
all
the
of
public.
them, only 8. It was 25 scheduled to be there, but he changed the location.
Right. I said 60 miles away from the original facility. What else did I say? Were you just correcting me?
I thought you said where all the 25 or all the teams showed up to that facility. I thought that's what you said.
No, I had the 60 miles away from the original facility in Georgia.
And
where
Okay, go ahead, finish. My bad.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Where he live streamed the workout for the public, dressed in a Kuta Kente shirt, clearly sending a message that he is no one's Toby. Now, before we get into it, explain to me, because I'm sure you probably know. Explain to me the liability waiver piece to this, because I read about it, but it wasn't making sense to me.
It just had additional shit built into it. Like, it had the indemnity language, like they want to indemnify him, like if he's injured and if he, basically, and it was also, like if he doesn't get picked up by a team, then he can't sue because of, shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Which,
Gotcha.
if I'm the NFL, we just paid you out of lawsuit. So if you don't want to agree to the terms of our fucking workout, then you obviously have that right. But just from that standpoint, you know what I mean? And also, I feel him too on that. Like, I wouldn't sign it either. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
To protect myself, but at the same time, as a company, the NFL got to protect themselves. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I read fucking those particular type liability contracts and shit like that all the time.
Yeah, that's why I felt like you could shed some light on that shit, because I'm like, this shit don't make
whole harmless and all that shit.
Yeah. So Stephen A. Smith was one of the first ones to come for Colin. Immediately, he says that Colin wants to control the narrative. He said he don't want to play. He wants to be. He said he don't want to play. He wants to be a martyr. But guess what? It's not working this time. How you feel about Stephen A. Smith statements, and how you feel about, I guess, this as a whole, really?
Kind of just over it, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not for casting disparaging remarks on the public and in front of Colin, but people been coming at Coon, like they've been calling him Stephen Coon Smith and shit like that. Shout out to Max Kellerman, who is his co-host. Yeah. He's really been holding the shit down.
He really has.
But he always does though. Max is an ill dude. Like, Max is, I fuck with Max. He a real nigga. But yeah, me personally, I'm not in the business of, casting disparagement against black people in the public, especially. That shit is lame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with you on that.
I was just listening to a podcast with Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, and like, through all their fucking shit and him biting that man's ear 2 different times and like all the shit that they went through, like, Mike was like, yo, I just want to thank you for never like putting me down. He was like, I did so much fucked up shit to you and you never in your life like, said anything. He was like, and Evander was like, my mom, Evander from deep Georgia and shit. He was like, my mama always told me like, don't ever put another black man down in the media because the media controls the narrative. You know what I mean? So he was like, I've always listened to that shit. And he was like, and that just ain't my character. He was like, but I hated you and I disliked you, but I won't let them know it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, circling back to, to what we're talking about.
I feel that way as well. Like, I think that Stephen A., he was the first person to say some shit. And so it always makes me cringe when black people like, oh, let me hurry up and say some shit and the shit sound all fucked up. Like, you can have your opinion. I'm not saying Stephen A. can't have his opinion and this is what he thinks, but You so pressed to say some shit, you go on your own fucking social media to make a statement before you even go to work and shit.
Yeah, he was chomping at the bit. He just got that new bag. He trying to make sure that thing's secured.
Why won't he fucking shave his head? His head. It's shitty as fuck.
Shitty. When you get 40 million, no, it don't matter.
You still look shitty. You just shitty with 40 million.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, I don't know.
I'm just over the shit. I mean,
I just feel like why you want to, at this point in time, I just feel like, why do you want to be in a place that don't want you be there?
Why
I don't know why Colin wants to be there.
You talking shit. Like, tell your masters. Like, who? Nope. My nigga, like, you either want to play football or you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to me. Like, if you want to play football, not shut up and throw the ball, but just, come to work and show them what you got to do. And then the whole, like, commentary after that, like, that shit was kind of like, that shit, like, aside from, like, the racial part, like, tell your masters or whatever the fuck you said, tell your owners that's to stop being scared and shit. Like, bruh, like, at this point, it's just throw the ball. If you do well, you do well. If people call you, they call you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't say nothing, like, right? So you don't never talk. Like, you've done all this political shit, this protesting shit and all this, but you've never really given your 2 cents. Like, he hasn't said anything outside of maybe like the 2 or 3 locker room press conferences when he first started his agenda. But like, you still haven't spoken to what you're actually, you're giving your statement in terms of, giving an interview and just putting it all on the line, saying what the actual rationale and the reasoning for everything is. And I think that's hurt him, right? So like, now when you get into the mic, all you have to say is like these little sound bites that really ain't worth a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. It's just, I'm over the situation. I don't really care if Cap ever plays football again. I would like to.
I don't understand why he wants to play at this point in time.
Because he's a football player.
But I don't give a fuck. Like, you have money.
It's not about the money. It's the love for the game.
But you don't have that much love for the game if you're not willing to abide by these slave masters rules for the game. Agree. Like, I get it. We all like to do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing, it is what it is.
I think they were saying that the issue came because he was basically, saying that, like, why is it held on a Saturday and not a Tuesday? Because Tuesday is pretty much the off day in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have more capabilities to come. But
it was 25 people there. 25 teams there.
It was 8 teams. It would have been 25, but he decided.
It was 25 at the practice facility. Yeah, it was only 8 teams at the high school.
Yeah, but he could have had.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really have this love for the game, which I don't understand, because I'm just like, most people do play football and all that shit and risk their body and all that shit. Yeah, they have a love for the game, but it's really for the big check at the end. You know what I'm saying? If you could get half these niggas to check and they didn't have to risk their body and go to practice and do all this shit every day, they wouldn't. So my whole thing about it is, one, why do you want to go to a place that don't want you? Like, that's straight up. They already said they don't want you. We already know where the NFL stands. We already know what's going on within the framework of the NFL. They don't want you. And then you want to continue to say that you want to play, but why? Like, you could do so much as an activist or in other avenues. You already have bread, so you don't need the bread. So I feel like, one of the reasons he changed it outside of like the liability waiver and all of that shit is because he want to show everybody else he can play. So if the NFL says, oh, you're not good enough, it's just like, well, America already seen me and what I can do versus this closed, this closed set where, the NFL has their cameras and then, they are the judge. He want to say like, look, y'all, I can play like fuck and they still not picking me. I guess that's what he wanted. And that's fine, but it's not about the love of the game no more. So for Colin at this point in time, I'm just like, well, what do you want, sir? Cause I would have gave up on that after I got paid out. And I still be protesting against the NFL and their practices and shit like that, but I don't have to be a part of the plantation anymore. I got my 40 acres, my mule, let's dip. Fuck the NFL. So my thing about it is, I just don't understand what he wants at this point in time and why he even gives a fuck to play for the NFL. Like, if you like football that much, play in another place, play in another team, fucking coach, like do some shit. Because at the end of the day, your career only gonna be but so long anyway.
I think that's another reason why he want to play still, because he ain't been playing the past 3 years and he's still in shape. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm over the shit. Like, I don't give a shit if he play, if he don't. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't suiting up. I mean, I would like for him to be on my team, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. If I like for him to be in the league, but it's been 3 years. It ain't like it's like, oh, I got to get him back in the league. It is what it is. So.
My protest of the NFL was never contingent on Kaepernick playing or not playing again. It was like, y'all exposed y'all hand, and I can't act like I don't know what I know now. You know what I'm saying? But they say that Hov was behind the whole Kaepernick trial, and then he pushed the NFL so he can show something tangible as to why he partnered with the NFL. What do you think about that? You think any truth to that?
I think it's all bullshit.
What you mean? Elaborate a little bit.
I don't think it had. I don't know if he was instrumental in getting him a trial. He may have been, but like I don't know if it was because that was his pitch to, show that the reason he partnered with them. I
don't think he said that outwardly, like, y'all, I do this so they can show that I'm down. I don't think that's how the conversation
even in his press
went.
conference, though, he said it wasn't about Kaepernick not having a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said that when they signed, he was like, this was never about.
Yeah, he said that then, but Holden took a lot of bullets for this.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
Holden took a lot of bullets for this, like, just reputational. I don't think it hurt his bread at all, but I'm just saying from a reputation thing, Holden took a lot of bullets for this. And I wouldn't be surprised if, he just like, if I can make this happen, then they'll know, like, yeah, I'm working the system from the inside. Y'all just need to trust me. Because at this point in time, we still don't have anything tangible to understand why Hov went the route in which he did. Which may or may not come out. So I don't think this is totally plausible for Hov to not have been the initiator of something like this. I think that the one thing that Stephen A. said that I kind of agree with was, the NFL needs a shield. So, if he goes and try out for these teams individually and they don't accept him, then they, experience backlash and shit. So now let's bring everybody there. Everybody can see him at the same time. And that way, one particular team won't catch, any heat at any particular time. So I definitely agree with that.
Like, I know they had 25 representatives, but they didn't have like coaches and shit. Like, coaches could have came there. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that actually like, GMs and shit. Like, he wanted big wigs and higher ups to be there. That was partially his reason too, which I can understand that too. But at the same time, like, these people still work for the league. You know what I'm saying? They still work for the teams and shit. So if you're gonna put out a good product, you would put out a good product, and they would have went back like, yo, this motherfucker is what it is. But I mean, he's still the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's different. Like, it's just a pro day. It's not like when you facing 11 people on the other side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are coming at you on the ends and
Very
everything
true.
that comes with fucking. So, I mean, like, it's really that shit really wasn't even, that shit was just a glimpse of, your throwing accuracy and shit like that. But even still, there's no DBs. There's no fucking safeties over top. Like, it's still, you know what I mean? It's not real football outside of just it being thrown, you know what I mean? Pitching and catching and shit like that. So,
no, that's very true.
I don't know, man.
That's true. That's true. Do you feel like Colin Kaepernick has above average talent?
Yeah. I mean, Colin Kaepernick he was a Super Bowl fucking caliber quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, he was very good. He was very, very, very good. You know what I mean?
So
even
if he were still playing, would he be the top? Would he be like in?
He could start easily.
Yeah,
he could start. He could start for the Panthers. Like, I mean, we just fucking got a fucking rookie and not a rookie, a second year player that just fucking threw 5 interceptions. So yeah, he could definitely throw 5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he could play. No doubt about that. I could throw 5 fucking interceptions, but that's another topic. But yeah, but he could play, no doubt. Like, he could definitely be a backup, and he could definitely be, even if he's not a starter, he could definitely be a backup, a high performing backup, because it wasn't a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of high end talent as far as that goes. So yeah, he's definitely, a top 64 quarterback in the country. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, okay. Well, Cap's weekend shenanigans is lit as shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
it's kind of weird, right?
Whatever. It's over. Just put it like that.
I just feel like don't go places where they don't want you. Like, especially after you done already got the money. Like, that's just how I
like,
feel.
Who wants to hire, like, would you hire a motherfucker that you settled out of court with on a lawsuit? No, you're not going to hire that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you shouldn't be expected to be hired by a motherfucker. Like, yo, I just, you know what I mean? We settled out of court. I brought a lawsuit. I won, X amount of dollars. I don't anticipate trying to go back. Like, when they click, have you ever been hired here before? On the application? Like, yeah, I have actually. I used to play here.
And they're going to look in the system and say, not eligible for rehire.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Again, I just feel like, why go where you not wanted? Like, after my job, give me a bag. I ain't going back to that bitch. Fuck this bitch. I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever. Do your other shit. I feel like Cap should just use his talents for other shit. But if you really love football like that, find a way to utilize your love of the game, like, in a different way. So, fuck that shit. Fuck the NFL. So, your man Joe Brown, I text you about this morning because that nigga had some hot ticketed takes. So, Judge Joe Brown wants a black man on the $20 bill instead of Harriet Tubman. The former TV judge is putting the abolitionist on the bill before a black man downs masculinity and is motive for self-hating feminists. During a conversation, this month with one of your favorite guys, Hotep, ideologist, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Joe Brown ranted against feminists and the decision by the Obama administration to place Harriet Tubman and on the $20 bill to replace Andrew Jackson. Joe Brown said that the status of an ethnic group is determined by its men, not its women. And putting a black woman on there before a black man is insulting to the black race, because if you're saying the men ain't worth a damn, if you put a woman up there first. Interesting take. Brown added that he doesn't give a goddamn about feminists. That's a quote. And he also said they can go straight to hell. I know they hate themselves because they have 2 X chromosomes instead of an XY. They are fraudulent, self-hating, and they're sick. They can't get a white woman, so they want to go with a black woman. They don't care. They just want women, and it downs masculinity. Ready to hear your take on this. Self-hate, toxic masculinity, or very valid points?
Man, that shit was stupid as fuck. Shut that nigga up. Like, you are on your... He must... You know how motherfuckers go crazy right before they finna die? You know what I mean? That's what the fuck that motherfucker just losing his damn marbles. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking... Nigga, you ain't
like
free...
My
you
guy.
ain't free... Nigga, you ain't go to Maryland and free slaves? The fuck? Like, you ain't got no
You ain't run to Maryland in a day.
Yeah, you got
in 4 days.
Like fucking... Yeah, she need to be on 100. You know what I mean? Like, she keep it a band. She keep it 100. Fucking Harriet. Yeah, man, shut up, bro. Like,
listen, now it was.
Nigga, if we got a game from a woman and a name from a woman, fuck out of here. Like, black women are the strongest people in the fucking earth.
I think this goes back to our
Harriet
initial
Tubman is
statement.
one of the strongest black women on earth. So
I think this goes back to our statement kind of about Stephen A. as well. Like,
yes,
I feel like
this was egregious. This wasn't even like Stephen A. shit won't nowhere near.
Let me get my shit off.
Yeah, I know. So, I'm just saying.
What I feel like is it's another thing. Like, if male or female, if we black and we doing well, that represents all of us. Just like if we do bad, it represents all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, what type of person are you to be upset and talk publicly about another black person getting some type of accolades? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, sir? Like,
that nigga was going nuts. You know shit.
He was
crazy
going
Dr. Umar be like, hey,
super
wait
nuts.
A minute now. That nigga's OG
so he was
take,
like,
so that motherfucker was like, wait a second. Well,
he
was
said
like,
if you
well,
put a woman,
that.
and if Dr. Umar said some shit like that, then you know it had to be fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
Cause he be saying some hot takes his own fucking self. That's why I don't really fuck with him like that. But, if you have this nigga correcting this nigga, you know there was a line like totally overstepped. Like, nah, bro, you need to get yourself together. Cause you saying if you put a black woman on there, that means you don't give a damn about black men. But if you put a black man on there, does that mean you don't give a fuck about black women? Like, can we all just get along? Like, how did you become so angry? What do you think? And I think we talked about this once before. What do you think the hierarchy is in America based on race and gender? And we already know it's white male first. Then what's the hierarchy?
White fucking female, white baby, white little girl, white little boy, fucking white fetus, white embryo, white nut. And then wherever else the chips may lay, whatever's left over, then that's white. Whatever white fucking, the white thoughts, goddamn, the white little dots in the fucking cartoon, all that shit. That
everything
shit is all
before a male and female, black and white, huh?
Yeah. And then, you know, like I said, the rest is just there. So. It's really no pecking order in that regard because it's just scraps at that point. But I mean, I guess if for the sake of argument, I would say, you know, I guess I don't know, man. I
think about it and I go back and forth.
I think they're equally as like, you know, mistreated and you know, equally wronged in terms of the ladder goes. Like I don't think it's one above the other one in terms of like society, you know, ideas and ideals, and shit like that. That's just me though. I think we're equally fucked.
I think we have different ways that we're fucked.
Yeah.
So that's like why I always
6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I always go back and forth, like, about that. Is it black man then black woman? Because when I think about, like, pay gaps and, like, shit like that, like, a black man is definitely gonna get paid more than a black woman. You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to shit like getting shot by the cops and shit, even though we all targets, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely a black man, like you definitely lower on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying?
Arrested way more than any other person.
Or
in the
just
world.
plain shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just plain shot. So I y'all know what type of work I do. So I was conducting the training and I told y'all majority of my company is 94% white and then it's like 89% white male, right? So I'm in there and I'm telling them about like how you can't say certain shit and how you offend people. And, you know, I'm in there with a group of men who like shit done changed. Everybody's sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, oh, because people are now speaking up for themselves, they too sensitive. Because you can't just say what you want to say to people. Now everyone is overly sensitive. So he was saying like, well, what if I say something good like all Asians good at math? I was like, but all Asians are not good at math. So you shouldn't say things like that. And he was like, well, you know, based on statistics, you know, if you just look at it, then Asians are good at math. And I said, well, if you look at statistics, all black men are criminals. Which we know is not true. And it's based on the system.
And the crowd goes silent.
Exactly. Everybody was like, like she got you on that joint.
Based on the statistics, all white men are mass murderers.
Facts.
Hello. Facts. And the crowd goes silent again.
And a hush falls over the crowd.
Falls over the crowd.
You know, it's very,
I don't know, Bob. You might be able to hear his nuts shriveling up right now. It's just
going inside of his body. Do you think he would feel better if it were a white woman? This is just our opinion because we don't know. Do you feel like it would be better for him, Judge Joe Brown, if it were a white woman versus a black woman?
I don't know. He's nuts. Ain't no telling him. He might. Probably not.
You're like, probably not.
Probably
you know,
not.
This goes back to my conversation, and I know you don't agree with me, but I feel like most men hate women. I feel like most men think of women as a good storage for their dicks. Like, I feel like if men didn't have to deal with women on a regular basis and were sexually attracted to women, I feel like a lot of them wouldn't deal with women. And I feel like Judge Joe Brown is a classic case of that. Like, he like women. But he like you to stay in your fucking place. He like you to stay in that fucking kitchen. He like for you to, he want all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever hear that interview with Sean Connery and Barbara Walters?
About what?
It was back in the 80s. They've been playing on a bunch of different podcasts and shit. But basically, Barbara Walters was like, so what about you saying that you beat women? He was like, what about it?
Damn! Straight like that?
This was in the 80s, though. Like, it was like 89, 90, some shit. But he was like,
sound like one of them old Trump interviews.
She was like, don't you think that's wrong? He was like, no, I don't. He's like, if a woman gets out of line, I'm going to slap the shit out of her.
Wow.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Like, and she was trying to pose it like, yeah, nigga, I got you. Like, what you gonna change? You gonna change it to me? He was like, nah, I mean, that's just, he was like, I don't think it's wrong or right, but he was like, that's how I feel. If she steps out of line, I'm gonna slap shit out of her. I was like, holy shit. This nigga's nuts.
Jesus,
yeah.
Man.
It's on one of Joe Budden podcasts and shit. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
And it was on Idiots too. It was on Idiots and Joe Budden shit. That shit was wild.
Hey, that is a hot take. Like, you didn't try to dress that shit up.
Like,
even most wife beaters have like
fly with them. Like, yeah. Yeah, so.
And he like, I slapped the shit out of you too.
He was like, yeah, word. That's why you could tell, like, she probably like, oh shit, nigga, let me back the fuck up. Slap the hell out of my ass.
Hold time? Why would I hold time?
Where would I hold time? Craziest fucking moments ever on
man. TV. Judge Joe Brown going batshit crazy is lit or shit.
It's lit.
It's lit because that shit made me laugh.
Yeah,
because I'm like, oh, you crazy as a bitch. I text you this morning like, woo child. Yeah, Judge Joe Brown. You was like, yeah, he got dementia.
Word, that nigga, so he's batshit crazy. Not even
damn,
a fruitcake.
How old is Judge Joe Brown, man? I gotta see how old Judge Joe Brown is.
He needs to be off the bench. With comments like that, you don't need to be making decisions for people, sir.
Oh, he's 72. I feel like he talking that 80-year-old, 90-year-old shit.
You got them civil rights, pre-civil rights, way before civil rights was Jim Crow. Your ass was
damn
Reconstruction.
And the fucked up part about it is, majority of your fan base is probably women. Cause they at home watching Judge Joe Brown and shit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still watching it though.
I only do that shit still come on?
I don't know. I don't watch.
It's so many judge shows.
I don't even watch daytime TV. I don't know. I'm never home at daytime like the rest of you weirdos.
You don't be having no days off when you be chilling and shit.
Fuck no.
Bro,
I ain't finna watch that shit.
It's like legit 5 court shows that come on back to back.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like everything, like, and they all got like black hosts and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Judge Joe Brown, get some help, man.
They're judges, man.
No, I'm just saying, but we popping. We getting that. Cause we get shit straight.
Discount them. They're fucking judges.
That's not how I meant it.
Fucking hosts.
Do not try to flip that
John
shit.
Sally or some shit. The fucking Love and Hip Hop reunion.
No, nigga. I'm just saying they're fucking profiting off of us because we give it straightforward and shit. Judge Lynn Toda, Lauren Lakes. It's a lot of black female judges on TV. And they be like, oh, what's my other guy name?
Type Smiley.
Yes, because I knew where you were going with that.
That nigga look like
I know
Smiley.
exactly where you were going with that.
The nigga from Detroit. What's brother name?
Yeah, when he used to be on crack.
Not Joe Brown. What's the other nigga name, man? Travis something?
Mathis. Judge
Mathis. Yeah.
I'm from the mean streets of Chicago.
Detroit.
Judge Detroit?
Yeah.
Hey, you get shot either place.
That's a fact.
So, rapper singer Tory Lanez recently sat down with Joe Budden on the pull-up to discuss a few interesting things. He shared how he restored his hairline, which he wants us to know is in a very natural way. He wants to know. Envy had his hat on at the real estate shit. But he also spoke about his dating rule that he employs. So Tory Lanez shared that he doesn't like women asking him for things that they can't afford themselves. He said, when it comes to women, I have a line for women. When they're like, can you buy me this? Shorty, I thought you was up. You can't buy that for yourself. If you can't buy for yourself, you can't fuck a nigga in my tax bracket. Period. You can't buy yourself a Gucci bag. You can't fuck me. But if you have the nerve to treat me like a trick and say, give me a bag, I'm gonna ask you, shorty, do you have enough money to buy the bag yourself? If you don't fuck with me. How do you feel about Tory's way of life? And
I mean, hey, shout out to him. That's how he feel. That's his dating standards. I support it. Shit. I've never been a multimillionaire, so I don't really know, But I mean, shit, I would like to be somewhat equally yoked. You ain't finna just G me out no goddamn money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As you can tell in my fucking strip club exploits.
Yeah, with your $40.
Smooth $14 for you. You trying to double back. Bitch, you better go on. I told her, I was like, you better go on. That shit was funny as hell. I was like, go on now. Get the fuck.
Go from around here.
Goddamn dog. Get out of here, dog.
Now, scat. Get from round here, they coming.
Fuck out of here. But yeah, I mean, shit, I think, I mean, I made this money.
I think that's super cool.
I ain't got to spend it all on you, and just on the strength of the fact that you look good and shit. Fuck that.
I agree with Tory, but I have a caveat with my agreeing with Tory. Tory, women who have their own money is not checking for you. The only reason you getting these women that you get is because you have money. Like, you're not about to get the caliber of woman physically that all of y'all rappers like to go for. These bitches don't have money. They use y'all to get money. If a bitch got her own shit, she ain't about to date a fucking Tory Lanez. And his hairline is still trash, though.
That shit is weird looking. He was like, yo, I be cutting my shit because it be growing like wild crazy. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck?
You lie like shit. That shit still seeds. Got patches in it.
You got fucking seeds and shit on there. Like, the fuck you mean? Of course it's going. You ever try to grow some grass, nigga? Some sections go grow nice and lush and some not so much.
I was about to say, B, what you say your grass was doing like a couple of shows ago?
No, nigga, shit ain't germinating. Like that. You know what
germinate.
I mean? Shit ain't germinating.
Yeah, his shit definitely ain't germinating.
You grew your shit in the summertime. You need to let this shit grow in the fall, boss.
Right. He need to lay some more of them squares on top. You need to lay some more of them squares on top, man.
Bro, you need to water your side.
You definitely need to water your side. Put some fucking Miracle Grow on that shit. That nigga. Hey, Tory, man, would you get your hair restored?
It's hard though. If you haven't heard that shit, please listen to that shit. That shit is extremely dope.
I listened to Chick's tape.
That shit was dope.
I listened to Chick's tape. So let me tell you about Chick's tape. I love the concept. Well, it's an easy concept. I like the way he flips things. Ashanti on the cover, fire as fuck.
Super.
I don't like Tory Lanez's voice.
It's mad all the time. Yeah, his singing is trash. But I think what he be saying though, his bars is fucking fire. Like that.
No, his writing is great. Yeah. The music is great. I love the way he flipped the shit. Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, as I'm listening to it, like, he got like mad features on the shit, and I'm fucking with the shit. But then when he starts singing, I was just like, oh yeah, that's why I don't listen to the other. Like, I'm not a huge Tory Lanez fan. Mm-hmm. It's a few Tory Lanez songs that I like, but like, I really don't like the tone of his voice.
Yeah, I get it.
And I don't think it fits him. Like, when you look at him and you hear the voice that he sings
and I'm
with.
thinking like, I don't think that's him all the way singing. Like, I think he got an ill mic. Like, cause I saw him performing on, I didn't see it, but T-Pain posted a clip on his Instagram right before we started recording the shit.
Yeah.
And it was him. Like, they were performing that song. That shit was hard as fuck. But,
yeah.
Like, he was singing, but like, I don't know. It still seemed like cause I saw him when he performed with Chris Brown. Like, they came, when Chris Brown came over the summer and shit. Like, I couldn't tell, like, is this him actually singing or if it was like some reverb on his voice and shit, like in his mic. Probably. But like when he was talking regular, like when he was talking, cause he did a whole lot. Like, he does a dope performance. I will say that about him cause he's just an energy guy. But, like when he was talking, it was just a regular mic. So I don't know, man. Shit was weird. Like, he might got some implanted shit in his throat.
He got some germification in his throat.
Yeah,
what's the word again?
Germination. Yeah.
Germination in his throat.
Germification. I trying to gentrify and
I just said emulsification. I said before that shit. We talked about it before when we was talking about Tyga and all that shit. Did you say you would get your hair restored? Or you bald game?
I definitely didn't say that.
No, I said we talked about it, but I can't remember if you said you would or you wouldn't get your hair restored.
I'm not doing that shit. Fuck, I look like coming through with a goddamn curly, lush hair next week. The past 10, 15 years, I done had a straight bald. Get the fuck out of here. Looking stupid as hell.
Like, I just think that's one of the cheat codes to being a black man.
That shit. I'd be getting roasted. It was killing me for my Harriet show. That's why it was so dope, because we was fucking joking on each other like fuck all weekend. Like, I got hairy ass arms and shit, as you know. Like, I put pulled my damn, took my shirt off. I was like, God damn. Motherfuckers was cooking me. But I was cooking niggas all weekend, so it was funny because like, I was like, yeah, that shit was crazy. But yeah, nah, my niggas would not allow that shit. Niggas would smoke my goddamn ass. I'd take that shit off. I'd cut that shit off right then.
Hey, when that's a good circle when y'all can just fry each other. That's how I am with my family. Like that's all we do. Like we can't even say regular shit to each other. Like a nigga ain't gonna give you no compliment. Like they might tell you your shit fly, but off some backhanded compliment type shit. Like, oh, I see you rocking that better than that small ass shirt you had on yesterday. Like they just can't give you like a straight up compliment. Like you come in the house, they find a reason to just start frying you and shit. Like. I love that shit though. So shout out to your friend circle that, you know, you able to do that. Tory Lanez, and his philosophy for dating is lit as shit.
That's lit.
I think it's lit and I think you still buying these bitches bags, son. So you can say what you want to say, but your little ass ain't about to get a woman with millions checking for your little ass.
Yeah. Check out that Chick's tape, man. That shit hard. That shit with Mario was fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was good. I was like, damn, I wish it had everything that it has, but somebody else sing the shit. Like, cause like I said, the wordplay, the shit he writing, the way he flipped the shit, all that shit dope as fuck. I just don't like his voice.
Pretty Ricky shit too.
Yeah.
He smoked that shit.
It's good shit.
That shit dope. I listened to it several times. I listened to it over the weekend. It was dope.
But we already talked about that shit. You know what I'm saying? All he has is a whole album based on what we said the formula is. Like,
but this
if you take some old shit, flip it.
Yeah. This one was ill because he actually got the features of each artist. You know, like before on his Chick tapes, he was never able to do that. He was just flipping shit and, you know, killing it how he do it. But he was like, he made it a concerted effort to try to get everybody that he could, like, for all the flips that he was doing. And I think that's dope. I mean,
what do you think the difference between like a Tory Lanez is and a Jacquees? Cause Jacquees be getting roasted for all his shit.
Like,
but I'm saying, like, Jacquees be getting roasted for redoing other people's shit all the time.
Well, that shit don't even be like, that shit, like, he did LMA shit and LMA was like doing her own shit at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, these shits is.
He don't let it breathe.
Yeah, hell no. That nigga don't even let it goddamn catch fire. Let it breathe. That shit be hot as soon as he jump on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus like Tory goddamn. Doing, you know what I mean? Like remaking shit that's, you know, from his childhood, shit, our childhood too, not for nothing, but, but yeah, he was saying that. And then, cause even different from like Young Berg and shit, cause Young Berg be doing that shit, but this nigga actually be singing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Jacquees either. I don't like his voice. He sounds like a lamb.
I see why you don't. His album's pretty dope though.
I've heard him on certain things where he doing like the hook or whatever and I can fuck with it, but his voice throws me off. So that's lit, Tory. Do your thing.
Jacquees got a song with Tory and, not Tory, but, Thug and Travis Scott on his album. That shit is nuts. That shit is hard. That shit should get out.
The shit called King, it came out already? Okay. Oh, King of R&B,
King of R&B, yeah. That shit was dope. I enjoyed the album. It's pretty good.
I ain't listened to it. Big Sean. So Big Sean has caught fans' attention after stating he made Janae Aiko climax 9 times in a day. In case you missed it, Big Sean and his ex, maybe his still bae, Janae Aiko, released a song called None of Your Concerns, and she brought him on as the feature. What caught everybody off guard was that Big Sean had a verse where he seems to tell the details of their intimacy, and but he says, every time I lay down, I think about you naked. And if you had to find my replacement, how could you? I made you come 9 times in one day. Your 2 lips should come in a vase as you wrote my face. So everybody like, what, 9 times? Skirt! Is 9 times a lot in a day?
Hell yeah.
In a day?
Hell yeah. That's fucking at least 3-4 times a day. Like,
you thinking that's, so you think, do we get props or he just rapper capping?
That nigga lying.
Well, depending on who you having sex with, I don't feel like 9 times in a day is impossible. Cause think about like when you first start fucking with somebody, y'all on that honeymoon stage. You know what I mean? Y'all just in the house fucking like rabbits. Y'all done fucked like 5-6 times. 9 times it could happen.
Man, that nigga ain't 17. That nigga telling you ain't fucking like that when you fucking 28, 29.
Don't project. Don't project on Big Sean.
Niggas is not fucking that. Like, nigga, hell no. You ain't fucking that many times in a day.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. You ain't got time.
Why not? If you chilling in the house all day, you can definitely fuck hella times in one day.
I ain't fucking that much time. I don't know, man. I'm just speaking for personal experience. I ain't fucking 9.
Yeah, maybe you are.
9 times. Cause I mean, shit. So you got at least fuck 4 times a day, and then like in average.
He said in one day. So they might have fucked 5 times in one day,
Man,
which is very possible.
Hell no.
I fuck 5 times in a day.
You don't have a dick. Niggas with dicks aren't doing that. Niggas, not no 29, 30-year-old man ain't fucking doing that shit.
So you laying up in the bed with your new, because you know what they say, ain't no pussy like new pussy. You laying up. Y'all chilling. It's all day. It's fucking raining or whatever. Y'all ain't outside. Y'all just laying up. Y'all up under each other. Y'all wake up in the morning. Y'all fucking off gate when you wake up in the morning.
Okay.
Y'all watching the movie. Y'all fucking again. It's about noon now. You got a whole like fucking 16 hours. You can't fuck 5 times in 16 hours?
Mm-mm.
Well, I respect your honesty. I respect your honesty.
Absolutely not. For what?
What do you think is what would you say is your record for fucking in one day and making somebody come in one day? Not in one session, but in one day.
Probably 3 times in one day, and then I don't know how many times they came. I couldn't tell you. I really didn't give a shit.
Then they did.
As long as they came once.
As long as they came once. Ladies, I feel so bad for y'all.
As long as they came once, you know? It's a race.
Who get there first?
I won. See ya.
Oh, man.
But I mean, I came back for the second part. Came back for second and third.
Oh, man. That is awesome. That is hella funny as shit. Well, I feel like Big Sean and Janae should just be together. They 2 little people. I feel like they complement each other.
Yeah, they're a good looking couple.
Yeah, I feel like they 2 little cute little people. Like, I feel like they look cute together. And you had this nigga face tatted on your arm.
Yeah.
So that's crazy right there. I was listening to Triggered by Janae, and I was just like, I feel like
I hate that
Janae,
song.
I put her in, I like that song, especially with 21 on it.
I don't like
You
it.
heard the remix?
Nah,
I love that shit. Yeah, 21 on that shit. That shit go. I heard that shit, the remix, like a couple weeks ago in the club, and I definitely put that shit in my on my playlist. But I just feel like, they should be together. But Janae is just like The Weeknd. Like, they have these really light voices, but they be saying some totally gutter shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all they talk about is sex and drugs, and that's all they really talk about, both of them. But you hear over this nice, cute, melodic sound, and you just
I can do Janae. I can't do Weeknd though. That nigga suck.
Yeah, I fuck with Weeknd heavy. Heavy.
That's the Monday.
I fuck with him heavy. Big Sean making Janae I ain't gonna come 9 times is little shit.
It's a lie.
It's a lit ass lie.
Fucking big cap.
They said big cap, man. I'm gonna go with lit, man. I'm gonna go with lit. I feel like she little enough that if y'all fuck enough in the day, maybe you can get it done. I don't know, Big Sean. I'm rooting for you though. I do think you lying though, but I'm gonna be rooting for you on my end.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you ready to give out some advice, man?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give listeners advice who clearly don't care about taking advice from people who drink and do edibles and smoke weed and all types of other vices that are going on. Today's letter is from Tish. That's all I have. It says, "Hi, Dr. Fresh and Dr. Bill."
Hey, just silent on you hoes.
Said, I love the show.
Thank you.
Fresh references the success of the Read podcast, also one of my favorites. And I have no doubt that y'all will get there because y'all are smart and fucking hilarious and the world needs to know.
Hey, thank you very much,
I love
Tish.
you, Tish. Thank you. And I accept. I accept that. Thank you very much.
That's dope. Appreciate that.
She said, so here's my question. I'm 32 and single. I keep meeting lames, creeps, and criminals. I'm thinking of joining one of these dating apps. Have you two ever used a dating app? And what do you think of them? And then she ended it with the marathon continues, Tish.
Rib nip. Definitely not rib tips.
Rib tips. Anybody got some rib tips?
What the fuck?
Have you, I feel like based on our conversations, no, you've never used the dating app.
Nah, I never had no Christian mingle type shit. I thought about like getting like where, where farmers meet. You know what I mean? Find some hoes with some side. But nah, I personally never had.
Find some hoes with some fans only on their forearm.
Yeah, some fans only. Yeah. Nah, I'm like I said, I mean, Instagram and fucking Facebook and Twitter, those are fucking dating apps. If you ask me, I mean,
pretty much.
There's been mad motherfuckers who like, reach out to old loves and flings and shit that they sound, or
new ones.
Shit. Yeah, or new ones. Yeah, for sure.
Hell
like people that you meet off at, many different websites. So, I know motherfuckers who done had whole fucking babies and all type of shit off, Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and shit. So, I mean, that ain't no different than any other, app that I guess you got to pay for because you got like Plenty of Fish and fucking Tinder and shit like that. Like I know niggas that definitely got some pussy out there.
And
Grindr, that's the gay shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is that for just men or is it for women too?
I think it's just for men.
Oh, okay. So what? Grindr. What is the women? Is it like?
I don't do dating apps, so I have no idea. So I have no idea.
It's called scissors.com.
Scissors.com.
That's funny. It's not out there. Don't you motherfuckers steal our idea.
It's called carpetcrunch.com. Carpetcrunch.com. I don't know.
Harrytaco.com.
Ew. Maninthecanoe.com. So I've never used the dating app at all. I do know individuals who have found love in a hopeless place on dating apps.
I'm saying, keep talking. This is the soundtrack to you. Go ahead.
Okay, so, but I don't need I'll wait because you're distracted.
You hate.
If you didn't sound like a wounded dog right now while I'm trying to talk, maybe. But, I do know people who have used dating apps. And they found individuals and had babies and things like that. As a woman, one of the things I would alert you of is, based on what I've heard from other individuals is, it's a lot of men on there who is really just trying to fuck. So you could be on your Christian Mingle, you can be on your eHarmony or whatever the case may be. I know mad motherfuckers, husbands that have been on the dating apps and don't let motherfuckers know that they married cause y'all looking for long lasting love. And again, niggas trying to fuck. So be careful. I don't know. It's just not for me. I'm not saying I would never ever do it, but as of right now, in November 19th, 2019, I don't feel like they for me, but I don't judge those who choose to use them. Mm-hmm. I have a friend right now who, is in Atlanta, successful, makes 6 figures, and she just like, I cannot find quality. Like I understand not finding quality, cause you will definitely find quantity. You'll find fine motherfuckers. You'll find, you can either find motherfuckers with money, but they just ain't shit. Like everybody got some shit with them. So it is hard to find quality. So she's actually paying $1,200 for a dating service where they actually, it's like Millionaire Matchmaker type shit.
$1,200?
Yes.
Monthly?
No, it's for like 6 months.
Shit.
And I need to get into this legalized pimping.
What the fuck?
Bruh. And it's called like 8 at 8. And they set you up on like dinners with 8 people. So, if you're straight, they'll set you up with, it'll be like 4 men and 4 women like at the table, and they'll sit people together that have like similar shit. And y'all supposed to get to know each other and shit.
Boy,
but everybody, but
do I
they
still
do
gotta
have a
pay for
certain.
dinner? Is the dinner comp? Like, what the fuck?
No, nigga, and you still gotta pay for your dinner.
Damn.
And they be going to like some high end restaurants. So like she was asking me about it. She was like, do you think I should do it? I was like, look, that's not how I meet. You know, I like a little bit more organic feel, but if you feel like you've exhausted all means and you have that money, I mean, because the people who sign up for this shit, they have money. Like
Clearly.
they're VPs and CEOs and, you know, just people who at least make six figures. Like, and I guess because they travel or they can't find quality as well, because she's an attractive girl, got her head straight, you know, all that. She just can't find shit. So she signed up for that, and I've been trying to talk her into like vlogging and shit. You know, I'll be trying to figure out how I can make it into some shit, like a show or some shit like that. I'll be like, yo, you need to document that shit. And the other part about it is there are not a lot of, black people in it, because we don't do shit like that.
Yeah, no.
We're not about to pay $1,200 to meet somebody.
Hell no. Yeah.
So I was like,
go on that
look,
fucking that show with fucking Steve Harvey. I mean, nephew Tommy on fucking OWN. That's a good ass goddamn show. I got called.
What show is that?
And look at you, look, that motherfucker can't wait for some reality TV. But I'm in the text
Yeah,
like, damn, this shit
YouTuber, you watch reality TV,
Nah,
my
this is
nigga.
good.
You watch
This was really
YouTube
good. This was good.
all day. But what is it? What is it?
I don't know. It's on OWN.
Oh,
It's
I
like
finished
Nephew
Wu-Tang
Tommy
too.
or some shit like that. Shit good. Google it. It's good as fuck.
You
though.
said it's a good show. What is it about? Give us some
Black
insight.
people meeting. Like it's just like a
He
bunch
set them up.
Yeah, like nah, it's just like it's like a bunch of people and they just kind of like matriculate into one another's life. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I don't. It's like
It's so good.
It's kind of like a Flavor of Love, but you know what I mean? Like
oh
more,
wow,
not ratchet though. Like it's just like you got 10 niggas and you got 10 women. You know what I'm saying? And they got all different walks of life and shit. Like some are trainers and some are musicians and some are high end people in companies and business owners and shit like that. And then they just kick it and put them in situations and shit and. Not situations, but they have them meet up and shit, and and then it's like an elimination, like all the dudes.
Oh, they get a rose and shit.
Yeah, but it's dope though. It's black as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. I enjoyed it. That shit, I was watching with my old lady. That shit was good as fuck. She was like, "Look at you over there, goddamn enthralled." And I was
exactly,
like, yeah.
And always judging and shit, talking shit,
Yeah.
like
but
your form of TV.
You be watching like mad weirdo shit. Not weirdo shit.
I don't watch mad weirdo shit.
You just like the ratchet ass shit like bad. You still watch the Girls Club. What's the shit? Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls. That shit don't even come on. That shit ain't been on like 3 years.
I'm surprised. You last of the one. You must have stopped watching it one night. Fucking, they lost their rating. Like, oh, fuck. Shauna
Hey,
and
I watch a lot of good shit, bro. And I ain't afraid to say that shit. I watch a lot of shit.
Watch The Godfather Harlem. You don't be, you watch mad reality TV, but you don't be watching mad.
I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of, well, I can't say I watch a lot of TV, but in the limited time in which I had to watch TV, I already had my DVR full. I just finished watching Wu-Tang.
How'd you enjoy it? You should have told me.
It was good. It was good. It was good. I like it. I'm looking forward to season 2.
That shit was really dope.
Good show.
I'm like happy as hell. I was hoping he was gonna kill Buddy and shit. I'm like, man, kill that nigga. Instead, but you shot him in the chest and shit.
Don't be spoiler alert.
Nigga, I ain't put no names or nothing.
For the first time. That is true. Congrats. So back to Tish, because we went on a tangent yet again. Tish, I've never used the dating app. B Hill has never used the dating app, but I feel like if you choose to use dating apps, just be careful, cause it is motherfuckers out here using them shits to human traffic, rape, and kill. There was a story, I think this week, where black boy, and this is crazy because we're normally not serial killers and shit, but she had texted nigga like, are you a serial killer? Like, girls text that all the time, like, are you a serial killer? And of course the motherfucker gonna say no, but he definitely killed her.
That's entrapment.
And found out that he had murdered 3 other black women by way of a dating app. So just be careful. You have any other insight for Tish, or if you know anybody who does date by actual dating apps versus social media?
Outside of just Instagram and shit and motherfuckers sending DMs, that's the only thing that I'm aware of. But nah, man, I just try it. Shit, shoot your shot. It might be everybody. It's a seat for every
especially
ass
for the
and a
free
lid for every top. So they might be at a fingertip stroke away, or they could be at a bar. So give it a shot. Shit. And if it don't
No,
work
that's
out,
true.
goddamn, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
What I would say is take yourself to the environments in which the type of person you're looking for may frequent. Because that's the thing. Like, we go to certain places and most of the time it's a certain demographic of motherfuckers there. So you need to figure out what you're looking for, and then, like, where does that type of man hang out? Now,
right.
I'm just trying to give you some pointers. You might strike out there too, but you know, you'll get there. What's for you is for you. If y'all would like some of this keen wisdom, write into the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com. That's the X where the I would be, and your letter may get read on the show. You ready to get some free smoke?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Free smoke is where we talk about any hot button personal topics. It could be anything from politics to petty. And today, be here, I want to get a little into existentialism. You know what existentialism is?
Mm-mm.
Basically, existentialism is just like concern with existence, like the human existence. And it's more so based on like philosophical theories and shit like that. But once we get into it, you'll know what's popping. Not yet. I feel like they are a little bit. I ain't gonna even lie.
Your butt high.
B. So we've talked about like heaven and hell.
Butt high comment.
I'm not but high though.
You act.
You throwing me off right now. So we've talked about like heaven and hell and things like that on this show. What I want to ask you is, in your mind, what would heaven look like for you?
Thug Mansion, you know what I mean? Ain't no place I'd rather be. Ain't no place. That was a great song.
I feel like in your heaven you can sing too. Like you'll sound great in your heaven.
Nigga, I'm gonna be like, yo, God, big God. What's up with you?
Big God. You getting kicked out. Get from around here. He gonna treat you like them strippers. Get out of here. How you make it up here?
Get out of here. Get. I think, I just would love to be surrounded by family. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to, I think, you know, just amongst great people, you know what I mean? I think heaven is bountiful, meaning that, you know, everything that you ever wanted and desired would be there, but but actually at the same time, you can still work for it and, you know, things that you deserve, and you would be able to obtain, you know, things and just live a healthy, happy life, you know what I'm saying, amongst your family. And then I believe in ancestors and shit. So I feel like, you know, once you get there, you'll see all your people there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that were worth a damn, I guess, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say everybody going to hell, but like the people that, you know, everybody's not going to heaven and or hell, but I think, you know, if you get to that, you know, the place of serenity and shit, you get to see you get to see all your ancestors and people that look like you for years and years and years and decades and decades and decades prior to you even coming, and you get in the game, you know, maybe that way, and just being, you know, eternally peaceful. You know what I mean? I think that's what heaven looks like for me, without going too far into it. But I think, you know, just the dopest part of it for me would be just to see, like, you know, my grandma and my granddaddy and, you know, just people that, you know, all my aunts and uncles, and just seeing them kick it and do their thing, you know what I'm saying? And their parents and shit like that, you know what I mean? I think it would be dope to have like a little plot of land, you know what I mean, in heaven.
A little plot of land in the sky.
You know what I mean? You can go to your daddy's side, you can go to your mama's side, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that sound like, you know, that'd be dope. Everybody just chilling, kicking it, playing Uno, frying some fish, shit like that.
So like, I think that, you know, my version of heaven would be very, very similar. It's more so about reconnecting with like family members and not having no pain, and everybody just happy. Like, it's no stress.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just this euphoric place.
And God just come through like, yo, what up with y'all?
Y'all niggas cool?
Y'all straight?
Y'all niggas cool? Wing straight?
Y'all need anything? Everything
straight?
going on? All right. Well, shit, I'm gonna be over here fucking with the Joneses and shit. Like, all right, man. That'd be ill.
Fucking with the Joneses. Meanwhile, you hiding behind this cloud because you's like, I don't know if this nigga know I should be in here.
Yeah.
But no, I think that, you know, I think that would be the quintessential heaven for me, where it's just like no stress. Like, everyone's just genuinely happy, like eternally, you know, happy. And you're getting to see like family members and like you say, your ancestors and shit like that. In your version of heaven, are you the age in which you feel like you were at peak performance, or are you at the age in which you died?
Yeah, that's ill. I don't know, cause I mean, like I know, people that die when they, like babies and shit, and people that die when they're early on, you know what I'm saying, 20s, early 20s and shit. I feel like, they probably go up there, and so, yeah, I think you still might go at 100, but you might just be, boom, fully charged. Like, like when you go to a next level of a game and shit. You know what I mean? You get like extra lives. So
like you just got your star and shit on Mario.
So you done beat the last nigga or some shit, and you get to go go to the damn shit, and you fully charged. You old as hell. You know what I mean? You got your grades and shit, but you know what I mean? Or you might be able to select the player.
Select the player. Like, what if it's like you can select like 18 to 25, 35 to 50, 50. Yeah. First of all, who picking the old shit?
Nobody.
Ain't nobody picking the old shit.
But I mean,
everybody,
you might, if everything's still working and shit, you might you might like how you looking when you 50. You know what I'm saying? You might be in better shape than you was when you was 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers go through changes and shit in life. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go about 25, I think I would be 26. Upset
if I get to heaven and my grandma look like built like a stripper and shit.
Oh yeah, like, that's what your grandma used to look like, baby. That's how I got your granddaddy. You goddamn right. Exactly. And then she come look like Meg Thee Stallion or some shit.
I can't be fucked with. Oh, I'm on this cloud, bitch. Oh, you can't get in this gate, bitch. Hey, you don't
I got
like
horse
it. You
teeth.
A hater.
Hey.
He be hating on Meg, y'all. Y'all just
her smile is trash.
Hating on Meg,
her smile is trash. She got
little and big teeth at the same time.
I know, it's like right, and then your nose is wild.
I think it's a gum teeth ratio.
Yeah, it's like when she's getting less cute. She fine when she ain't got her mouth open. She bad. I ain't gonna but you can always depict somebody dynamics and shit when you have an opportunity to do it. It's just her smile. It's just wild. Cause like she squint her eyes. What does
hell look like for you, B? While you down in Meg, what does hell look like? In your version of what it is, what do you think it is?
Fuck niggas. I just feel like it's just people, full of fucking hate. You know what I mean? I think it's just a place of terrible energy. You know what I mean? And like, I've studied a lot of different religions and shit like that, and all the way from like Greek mythology and all that. But it's all like pretty much the common theme. Like even in Greek mythology, like they had the river Styx, and you had you had to put like
Greek mythology pretty lit though.
Yo, Greek mythology is ill. Like that shit is super fucking ill. And they learned all that shit from black people, but
as everything,
right? Yeah, but I mean, so like before Christianity, and we were colonizing to learn about all that shit. We were to pray to our ancestors, right? So like that's where like spiritual. That's why we're such a spiritual people, like being black people, because we have like that ancestral. I forgot what the fucking term is, but basically it's just like the spirit connection to your ancestors, and your ancestors are constantly looking over you. So that's why we have that spirit, and I think that even stems from like God itself. Like that's the God energy, and I've told you that I think my direct
talk to him.
Yeah, I think the conscience is your direct portal to God, and that's again a part of the spirit, and everybody has that same connection. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, not to delve too deep into it, but that's kind of my beliefs. I believe in Jesus, and I believe in Christianity. I believe in all that shit, to be totally honest. I believe in Islam. I believe all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they all have like, I had this one book one time that it was like the common principles of all religion or some shit. I don't know if that was the name of the title, but it just gives you like a parable. Say it'll be a parable or a Bible quote, and then it'll give you the same shit in the Star of Judah, and I mean the Torah and the Quran, and I forgot what the Hindu book of whatever. So, and then like Buddhist quotes and all that shit, all the same shit, just semantics, just saying the same shit in different ways. But as far as hell, to get back to your question, I guess, my bad. I'm stoned. But
good shit though.
Yeah, I mean,
shit,
not for
real.
Go
ahead.
But like, I just think hell is just a mashup of all the fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's sickness. It's fucking everything that the devil is responsible for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hate
for eternity.
Yeah, it's just for eternity. You know what I mean? And I feel like, That's it.
So like my version is kind of like that, but I feel like my version is the same, but it's missing like the fire and brimstone type shit. It's just like misery and stress and all of the ills, and you have to just deal with that like for the rest of, you know, eternity and shit like that. So it brings me to my question of, do you feel like we're currently in heaven or hell?
I think we're in hell.
You think we're in hell now? Talk about it.
It's just so much fuck shit that goes on. Like, I don't believe a place of euphoria and serenity and peace, which I equate to hell. I equate to heaven is here. Like, motherfuckers getting smoked every day. Like, I don't feel like, you know, it's sickness, babies is dying, like shit like that. Just don't, like, I don't feel like, you know what I mean? That is not the place that I feel like God envisioned. So I feel like, he has a better place for us. And I feel like, you know, afterlife, it's funny because I mentioned that Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is an ill nigga. Like, he has an interesting perspective on life. He's incredibly intelligent and like a history buff. The shit is amazing. I love history, so I find that shit, you know, super appealing. But he was like, I always thought like, if God is so ill, why did he make us to die? Like, why are people like to live just to die? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't we be eternal? But I mean, and he went on to another different way. But that initial question was like, damn, that shit was kind of wild. Like, everything, that's one of the commonalities of life. You know what I mean? Like, everything that lives dies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like if human, animals, whatever, living organisms, were immortal beings, it would be even more chaos than we have now.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are no consequences.
Because a lot of people live like they're immortal until they fucking die. Like, oh shit, like I shouldn't have ate all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have smoked all them fucking cigarettes. I shouldn't have drank all that liquor. I shouldn't have been, you know what I mean, sniffing powder and carrying a gun.
I shouldn't have been out robbing people.
Yeah, you know
I shouldn't
like,
have been out.
Like you're immortal until that shit, like the reality of it, like, oh shit, I'm not when I'm on my deathbed, or you know what I mean? Well, that's when your life flashes in front of you and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So have you ever watched The Good Place?
No, not familiar.
It's a TV show. So basically the premise of The Good Place is, the devil basically made a fictional good place. And these people thought that they were in a good place, which is heaven, when really they were not. Like, they were all really in hell. It was kind of like a, experiment. Like, the devil had an experiment, and all of these people, it's not reality.
No, I'm saying
it's a
like
scripted
he's
show.
setting up a fucking reality TV show.
Pretty much. Yeah. I think that's a good equation. So basically, my whole thing is, I wonder, and the thing that I think about is, do we make our own personal heavens and hells? Absolutely. And the reason I think about that, because one, I think about the world in general, and kind of like you said, like, I feel like it is like the shit like that's in the days, like in the Bible, like the locusts and all of that shit. Like, the world is fucked up. Like,
nigga, play Vice Versa. I just played. This shit is so wild that you did this, because I was fucking high as hell on Saturday driving to Charlotte, and I played Vice Versa. And like, if you listen to Vice Versa, that shit is so wild that like this is even coming up, because I hadn't heard that song in so many years. And like, as I was thinking, I'm like,
I definitely haven't heard that in a long time.
Nigga, listen to it tonight after we have this discussion, because like the shit is so real. Like, what if heaven or hell was vice versa? And if I told you to go to hell, would you think I cursed you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is so real. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You said like that. This comes full circle, because I was stoned and I was just thinking like, this shit really was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
You know, and like, I see all this shit that's going on in the world, but then I'm just like, when I talk to people and I see people who basically create their own hell. Like, they constantly do things that is counterintuitive to happiness. You know, like, they put themselves always in stressful situations. Like, I know everyone has a person that they just hate talking to, but they gotta talk to them because that's your friend, but they always in some shit. Right. Like, life is always on the downswing for them. You know, and then like, you know, I think about myself and I feel like, for the most part, I have a pretty good life. you know, or you might think of your life and like you look at your kids or whatever, and that's your personal
Life's
heaven.
great.
You know what I'm saying? Like life is good, but there are also people who are constantly creating like this heaven and hell for themselves. So I'm just like, it would just be crazy if we're actually in the heaven and or hell right now and you create that shit personally for yourself.
I definitely agree with you. I think heaven and hell is certainly a state of mind.
Yeah,
absolutely. Cause I mean, I know a bunch of, like, I remember when I was living in a state of hell, I think, you know what I mean? Like, where shit just was and just couldn't get right. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that just can't get right. You know what I'm saying? And that because of their circumstances and shit like that and the decisions that they make. And again, it ties right back into your soul. You know what I mean? And your conscience and shit. You know what I mean? When you trust
karma.
Yeah, and all that. So when you make good decisions, you know, and have a good heart and, you know, intentions are good, I think you fare better. But then you have people who don't abide by their conscience and the golden rules and different, you know what I mean? Just the natural order of being a human, like a good human, because that's what it boils down to be, right? Like, it's not about race, it's not about gender, it's not about any of that other shit. It's about the core values that you have inside your heart, and are you a good person? Because
I think that would be like the theme probably of that book you read, right?
Yeah.
Like the common themes in religions.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a good person.
Yeah, just be a good person. That's what the common denominator when you do the whitewashing would, you know, I mean, you know, everybody gonna have some, I say this, if I can be,
nuance.
if 85% of me is a good person, I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna do some stupid shit.
Yeah, we're human, for sure.
If 85% of my life was lived as productively and as positively as possible, you know, with the best intent, I feel successful. And I mean, I may even have a sliding scale, maybe to 80, you know what I'm saying, on certain days.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cause like, that's still a goddamn B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's still a B.
If we pass them with B's,
if we pass them with B's, if you know, I'm shooting for a 3.0 or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
I feel like we should always shoot for a 4.0.
Yeah, you should shoot for it, but you know, you might land in the 3.0. You might get a couple wrong on that test of life. You know what I'm saying?
In facts. Speaking
that was
of
a
that.
bar. That was fire.
And he gave himself a bar.
That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
What? So outside of your children, of course, what do you foresee? Like, what would you want your legacy to be here on this earth?
Kind of the same thing I just said, like that, you know, I was a good person, you know what I'm saying? I loved as equally, or I loved more than I hated, you know what I mean? You know, I poured into people, which I feel like I do. Whatever I can do, I try to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I may not necessarily go out and like feed the homeless per se, but, you know, if I have friends that are in need, or if I have, you know, and it's not even monetarily, but it's just like, if I see somebody lacking in certain areas, I feel like, where I'm strong at is I try to like encourage and give wisdom and give, you know, a sense of hope and just and talking, you know what I'm saying? Cause I got a lot of friends that I don't feel like are doing, you know, maximizing their potential. And I'm not maximizing my potential either. And I want somebody to help me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can always do better. So, but I won't, like, if I were to leave today, God forbid, I would just hope that, you know, that I left a good imprint on people. To the point where, you know, even if I'm gone, like, they might think of the times that, like, we go to Charlotte and we have a good time with some shit that I said or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. Like, I just want to have like a lasting good impression on people, you know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, you know, like, when you think of B Hill, you think of, like, you know, some good shit versus, you know, some fuck shit.
I feel you on that. I think for me, it will be the same. Like, I try my best to do good, do right by people, communicate with people, help people however they need help. I try to be a good friend, a good daughter, you know what I'm saying? A good mate, a good whatever. You know, I'm always try to do my best. And whenever I may do something that may be unsavory, it's with no malice in my heart. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a pure fuck up. Like, I wouldn't intentionally just try to fuck somebody over. Was having a conversation recently, you know, about, the dissolution of friendships and things like that. And even if I'm not cool with you no more, I would never, run your name in the dirt or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would want people to think of me as someone that made a mark on this earth, and was able to give some of the things that, like, serious business, like some of the shit that really be hitting me hard is when I have a conversation with somebody I ain't spoke to in a long time, and they tell me about some random conversation that we had and how that changed their life. Like, you changing people's lives? Yeah. Like, that's weird.
Like,
even with this podcast,
My homeboy, like one of my homeboys and shit, like a, nigga that I kind of grew up with, you know what I'm saying? He older than me and shit. Like, I grew up with his little brother, but like, I remember he told me, he was like, when I remember when I was like 18, he was probably like 16 or some shit, or 15, however old I was, the age difference or whatever. But he always been like a hustler, you know what I'm saying? He always had a job, always was doing shit. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did street shit or whatever, but he was always like about his shit, you know what I'm saying? And I forgot this completely. He was like, I remember one day, nigga, you told me, we was standing outside the crib, and he was like, man, Ty, you always got some shit going on. That shit dope. He was like, nigga, ever since then, like, he was like, I use that shit as motivation. He was like, that's why I fuck with you so tough, because he was like, I'd never forget that you said that. This is fucking, 20 some odd years later at this point that I completely forgot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like that. My kudos and shit to him was like something that, stood with him in regards to me, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, and then, he was like, I'm just proud of you because you always had some shit going on too. So that shit was ill, like how it just came full circle and just in casual conversation that I had completely forgotten about.
And it make you feel good, right?
Damn, that shit ill, because it made me feel good that like he's still doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still doing my thing, and like.
And you were a motivating factor.
Yeah, and he was a motivating factor for me, you know what I'm saying? So it was like steel sharpening steel type of shit. So that shit was ill.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, that's dope. And, when, again, you something you said impacted this dude's life. You know what I'm saying? I had people like, yo, like, that's why I went to school, and that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm doing that. I'm like, word that, and they will tell you verbatim the conversation. You be like, yo, like, I don't even remember that conversation, but it sounds like some shit I would say, but you know what I'm saying? Man. That's what's up. Cause I know motherfuckers that said shit to me, but I'm like, damn, like, that shit makes sense. Yeah. And sometimes it's just the way that you personally think. Like, it could be a very simple statement, but the way that you've broken that down to somebody, it's like light bulb. Right. And I love that. I love that. So I just want my legacy to really be that I made an impact on this world, and hopefully I was a motivator to others and all of that.
Yeah,
so
you're extremely dope. Don't ever let nobody tell you not, for sure.
For sure. Thank you. I think you are dope. I think
appreciate that.
We are dope. And for all of y'all who come and say that in between all of our silliness, we drop a jewel or two every now and then, we appreciate y'all. Yeah. So, be great out here. I want to thank y'all for listening, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show and check us out at the ain'tshitshow.com. That's the X where the I will be. You can follow us on Twitter, IG, Facebook. Y'all know y'all can listen to us on the website. You can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all that. Leave comments, write reviews, tell a friend to tell a friend. Y'all know how we get down. And y'all know we always like to end this show with a quote. And today's quote is, the more we value things outside of our control, the less control we have. And until next week, I want y'all to be great, and the marathon continues.
Rip nip.